Oh, dude. You got a little cord there?
Many chords.
Yeah, I know, but a little bit of slack on that particular cord. There we go.
Do we need to talk to it a little bit?
We do,
Show
and
what
I
it
probably
looks
need
like?
to kill the...
Vangelis. Yes, okay.
Turn that bad boy down just for a second.
Okay.
There we go. Check, yo.
Check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Hello. Check.
hello,
Hello. All right, Chris, you go.
Hello. 1, 3, 5,
I think
8,
we're all right. We're all right.
13,
Okay.
21,
39,
39.
60,
I think we good.
99,
Yep.
159,
Mhm.
All right.
258,
I can't count that high. I'm on allergy medication.
418.
Although, just again, remember these are special microphones. The nanosecond we turn this way and talk about that, then it doesn't. So, like you looked at Chris
Yeah.
and you disappeared.
Right.
So, just
This isn't
I-
my first podcast.
I'm just saying.
I wasn't really trying to stay on mic there. I was
just saying,
talking to Chris.
brother.
beforehand.
Saying that's all. Turn that bad boy down a little bit.
All right.
Although I wish I had a way of playing the tape and the show. That'd be cool.
See, the tape doesn't come through. Maybe we should start because we're
I know. Hang
we're
on.
getting
Let me,
ha-ha.
I know. Hang on. So let me.
At CNN.com, and I want to be at CNN.com for a while, but it decides.
Because I'm looking at it. I do this at work too. See,
I miss having the ability to set things and then it stay that way on all my devices.
see, Jeff, you're old school where you still think it's a web browser. That's the thing. You need to treat it like an app.
Wait, what? The device that looks at the internet? I'm going to treat it like an app?
I thought you had the CNN app, right? Oh, never mind. No,
And I don't know any Apple shit. They forced my daughter. This is CNN from Jeff's cock.
This is the fucking option on the CNN. You want James Earl Jones saying this is CNN when
No.
you put it up?
yeah, it's in the settings. It's pretty funny.
I want that. Wait a minute. What about that dude that we used to watch at Gordo?
This is more than
No, we're good. The show's rolling now.
Oh, it started.
Yeah,
well, maybe I should
I'm
talk.
playing a little music in the background just to, because the idea is we can play music as long as we talk over it. You knew that, right?
Yeah,
So
sure,
we're
sure.
all we're
Well, I
clear.
just got to make sure to talk.
play a little example.
Sure, we had that.
Playing some
We had
example.
that vetted by our lawyer who went to
sure.
upstairs.
Did you
Hollywood
also
upstairs
go to
medical
Hollywood upstairs medical or law degree school?
So you want your beer now? Then I suppose
I do, and Chris is right. It's unfair to Chris, who's not had a drop of alcohol in decades.
Well,
that we have.
I was
20
kind of
minutes
hoping.
of beer talk.
I was kind of hoping Brad was going to be here because I was going to see who else I could corrupt.
Okay, I know all about that because I mean, I worked in the liquor store when that shit was the only people that made it was Jepson's.
They are the only people that make it.
I know now,
They
but
have-
there's some knockoffs now.
Well,
And the original label. In fact, if you look up on the interweb
it
there
is
on
the
your little
original
pad,
label. They're still using that.
no, that is not
Oh,
the original
okay.
label. I am telling you,
Okay,
brother.
sure.
The original label of
Yeah.
Jepson's Malort, it was in a dark glass bottle, like a JB color bottle.
Yeah.
So not Jim Beam, but
Sure.
the whiskey, the Three Ships whiskey. What is that one?
Okay.
Oh shit.
We can all look it up at a leisure later.
Yeah, J and B. It was not like,
Oh,
but
J&B, yeah.
yeah, J and B whiskey. It was that color, dark bottle.
Yeah.
And the front of the bottle was a very Nordic looking man. He
Oh,
had
yeah,
a
yeah. I've
normal
seen that.
haircut.
I've seen that.
Normal haircut and a big cheesy. I'm a Swede living in Chicago
Yes.
mustache.
Yes.
And he's squinting like he's in pain.
I might have some of this later tonight.
Oh,
by the way.
it's fine. It's like it's super bitter.
Yeah.
It's super
Made of
bitter.
wormwood. Made of wormwood.
Well, it's not the same. It's not the same distilled wormwood as one would find in absinthe.
Correct.
Right, because absinthe will fuck you up.
Yes.
Jepson's Malort is just fucking bitter.
It's
just
but it's made from wormwood. Yes.
It is. But that back then, we had like 4 dusty bottles that sat on the shelf. This was the liquor store
That
I worked in
is
when I was 18.
that is one of the nicknames of Malort, the dustiest bottle on the shelf.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh wow! See, I can tell you for
Yes.
a fact that it was the dustiest bottle on the shelf of the liquor
Yes.
store I worked in.
Yes.
So, which by the way,
90% of it is sold in Cook County.
why wouldn't it be?
So anybody listening to this show, you might have to Google it.
I have well, you know the guy that I was going to be on the show this summer, and then we
Yes.
all had
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
show collapse.
Yeah, yeah.
That dude is a self-proclaimed badge-wearing hipster douchebag.
Yeah, yeah.
Like he says, I'm a hipster douchebag.
Yeah, sure.
And he's now talking about how this Jepson's Malort shit went from it's a dare drink, or no, it started out as a get out of my bar drink, like this is your last drink of the night. Then it became a dare drink.
Uh-huh.
Now it's like the cool hipster
Yeah,
thing to do,
which is kind of
which is
unfortunate.
where it's right, which is where it's at now, because now you're getting recipes for it.
Yeah.
which I think is
Malort
good for it because
cocktails. Yeah,
well,
well,
but the thing
yeah.
is, Malort deserves some recipes because it's a very unique flavor.
That's
It's
the way
a
of putting
very, very unique flavor. I like it, but and
It-
I eat a lemon like it's an apple.
it. It beat Prohibition because it was sold as a medicinal.
It should be a medicinal. This will burn the warts right off your ass.
Yes.
If you sit in a plate full of this,
Yeah.
everybody's got warts in their ass, right?
No.
If you sit in a
No.
plate full of this will burn the warts off your
I
ass.
actually want to drink something. So.
All right, go ahead. You go ahead. So yeah, the liquor store that I used to work in my high school days, from age 16 to 18. Well, what do we? Well, wait. Let me finish this up. I had occasion to go back to because since we did the show last, I'm not bringing the room
Tell me
down.
this, they just have the same bottles. I'm so fucking going if they have the same bottles.
No, they didn't have the bottles anymore. But the store itself is like the porn section that I used to work in. That's all gone now.
Aw.
That's been replaced with
By the internet.
craft beers, and the internet. Yeah. But the box full of Tracy Lord VHS is still in the store
Really?
because I was able. The guy I used to work for, like the manager I used to work for, is now the owner of the store.
Ooh, this is bottle conditioned, and if anybody knows what that means, I'll be right back.
Why don't you? There, I got a blue garbage can in the back room over there. Hold it over that. You good? You good? All right. Oh, by the way, welcome to the Great Radio Tiki Experiment.
We're good.
It's our Halloween show. Boo. Anyway, boo, boo. I had occasion to go back in there, and
A bottle of corks.
yeah. Put it in a big cork jar. Cork jar's getting full, isn't it? Look at that. Cork jar too high.
I have Sully that has a beer cork in it.
No, because I got a number of champagne style corks in that bucket. So
This is beer.
yeah, but it's a champagne style cork. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, yeah. I didn't want to bring the show down. I'm not looking for anybody to like go, oh, but since we did the show last, my mom passed away. And so I was spending a lot of time down in my old house. And I got to, like, when we needed to refresh the bereavement buffet's liquor, I went to the place where I used to work, you know, and surprisingly enough, all the dudes are still there. The guy I used to work for is this guy named Dave, and he was, I think, in the same set of 4 years that I was. Like, I might have been a freshman when he was a senior, so he's not that much older than me. But apparently chain smoking for 20 years and working in the same liquor store and then buying the liquor store that you worked at as a high schooler, it might have an impact on one's health. Because I walked in there and he was, my man Dave was, he's a grumpy old toad now. He's like 4 years older than me. Tom, how are you? It seemed like a good idea to buy this place, and now I can't get out from underneath it. I mean, fucking Walmart sells the liquor cheaper than I can buy it wholesale. Like, all right, well, congratulations, dude. Yet that place still exists. So I want to know what else they're
Thank
selling.
you, United States Postal Service. Thank you.
Exactly, because the United States Postal Service won't be buying their gin and juice over at the Walmart, even though it's closer to the Postal Depot. They can't walk into Walmart at 3 a.m. and get
There's
themselves gin and juice.
Where's the Walmart at?
Isn't it right? Oh, no, that used to be the Venture. Yeah, oh, there's no... The Walmart's now down on 95th.
I'm not familiar with no.
Yeah. So,
You boys are still the closest game in town, I will tell you.
are you still... Do you go over to my liquor store?
I do not.
Oh, Okay, because
Why not?
I forgot Jeff works at my post office.
You should go there, Jeff.
Get yourself a gin and juice at midnight.
I have enough beer at home, and when I want to go out for beer, there's a very good place on the way home, just off of Archer.
By the way, you know all those bars
Yeah.
by your post office,
Yeah.
they start serving always.
Yeah.
Like they never close.
Oh,
Those
I
are
know.
24-hour
I
bars
know.
in Bedford Park.
I know.
One can go in at 6 a.m. and order a omelet and a beer.
Yeah, I know.
You don't hear about that on the commercials for Bedford Park. I keep hearing. I hear about their ample water supply, though.
And they're tax-free. They're tax-free
It's
status.
an enterprise zone.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Enterprise Zone is the name of my new.
Here's the
podcast.
thing.
So, of course,
here's where I
the-
blew
the-
it. Here's where I blew it. I was dating the chief of police's daughter, and she was the one that didn't want to let me go. She's like, "We're never breaking up. We're never getting. We're going to be together always." And her dad was the chief of police of Bedford Park. I fucked up so much. I should.
I'm thinking no.
I'd be the king. I'd be the king of Bedford Park now, man. King of Bedford Park.
Of course, the first one I choose to pour has the carbonation.
Just I don't want any silt. You're doing it right. Well,
Silt.
There will be sediment in this one.
I
Yes.
know. That's why you got to be cool.
Yeah, I'm starting at bottle condition. That means
Yeah.
there's yeast in the bottle.
Yeah.
and it's continually.
It's a framboise.
It is a saison.
Oh,
actually.
farmhouse. Sorry, I thought it said framboise. I'm like,
No.
well,
Enjoy your
You
yeast
would
poop.
start out with a sour? Are you fucking crazy?
oh well. You know, somebody's really taking on the mantle of hipster douchebag. It's nice.
yeah.
Where's your beard? Where's your ironic beard? IB. We call it IB.
So one of the things that you've said you really liked in the past
Yes.
was Goose Island's
Yep. Matilda and Pepe.
Pepe Nero.
Yep.
Pepe Nero is a black saison.
Yep.
I thought I would bring you one of the oldest saisons or farmhouse ale, same things ever. Well, not ever, but one of the ones that are still being made.
And now
Saison
is this-
DuPont in Belgium.
Is this the kind that we let the lace? Do we let the lace happen, or do we just when the beer
Doesn't matter.
Okay, because I got.
I just want to pour the whole goddamn bottle.
Oh,
with
fine.
a
You
little
pour the whole goddamn bottle. That's fine. 'Cause
more
I
beer
got-
than carbonation. Would
I
be
got
nice.
Belgian dudes that listen to this show, and they're like, "We noticed that when you're drinking beer on the show, you don't ever let the lace happen. We don't ever hear about the lace." I go, "Yeah, because I lived in friggin' England, and we don't want foam on our beer.
That's not the
Right
lace.
up to the
That's-
top.
That's not lace.
No,
That
the
is
lace is when it comes down on the glass.
Yes,
Yeah,
on the side. After you drink it, it's what's left on
the
side.
inside. Yeah,
On the
yeah,
inside, yeah.
Right.
That's why if you've ever been to a good bar, they spritz the inside with water.
yeah. I don't want that. I want more beer on my beer. I don't want lace on my beer."
Lace is fine. Lace is just the head that's left on the side of the glass after you drink it.
Say, all right, now see, this is what Chris was talking about. We're having too much beer talk.
Yeah,
right
we're
now.
in time box this shit.
I could have gone on about saisons
And
for
Chris-
10 minutes, but
Chris
the
has
man
got,
went on.
Chris has got editing oversight with this show. He's got Chris can edit the shit out of this bitch.
That sounds like
Yeah.
work, though. I won't.
Oh. So anyway, we did plan. Oh, that's very nice. We did plan on the being all four of us this evening, but unfortunately, Brad called about a half hour before showtime to say that if he left his house with the mess that he created, he would have been divorced. So he could not join us.
I have a good lawyer. You can.
Oh yeah, really. We know all about that.
Have you talked to that lawyer lately?
No,
Good.
You've had no cause to. That's all good. So.
no.
Never mind.
No, no,
Never
I don't
mind.
wanna talk
We
about
have
don't-
breaks.
Yeah, we got breaks for the real important dirty stuff. So, anyway, welcome to the Great Radio Tiki Experiment. As we said, it's
All right,
almost
here, you
Halloween.
didn't want the sediment.
I did.
There you go. Take a
Thank
good
you
whiff
very
of that.
much.
Tell me
Thank
what
you
you
very
smell.
much.
Real important dirty stuff is the name of my new podcast.
Nice.
Yeah.
And where can we find? Can we find that on Earwolf? So, hang on. Oh, I'm snipping my microphone. Did you see? That's like when you're talking to somebody
Nice.
and you're typing, and then all of a sudden you start typing the shit that you're talking to somebody about. I went to go smell my beer by smelling my microphone, which, by the way, after 15 years of doing Radio Tiki, smells horrid. This microphone smells really bad. Just, you don't want to be, yeah.
No.
Because on a regular basis, I spit into this thing. So, all right, let me just have a little swig of this. Oh, very nice. It's not a Frosty from Wendy's, dude. You just like,
I'm trying to make room for the rest of my beer here.
But are you? I mean, did you just pour all the yeast and stuff in there? Doesn't that give you the trots, man?
No.
All right.
Some people like that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Trots.
The trots? Are you? I mean,
Cleans you out.
I am on a
what
fiber
are you,
supplement.
Kenny Loggins?
I am on a fiber supplement, so this would do nothing.
We all got
The
old man
ultimate
problems
40s.
now.
The amount of yeast in this bottle is that would still be there and set it. They just put that on there just so like the one person who sees it doesn't freak the fuck out.
I've had the yeast come out of the bottle. It's freaking nasty. I don't like it because it's like it's all in your yeah. It's all, no, I don't like it.
Okay.
Now I like Marmite. I like Vegemite, and those are yeast pastes. So I'm not anti-yeast.
No, I completely understand.
Yeah. And I did just get the Beard on Bread book. The famous chef.
Yes.
Anyway, because I want to learn this winter, I want to become a bread guy. I want to do more breads.
Sure.
And I also got. You remember a few decades ago there was this the book called Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Repair. Remember that book? Okay.
Yes, the
So-
70s. Mhm.
Right, 70s, a couple decades ago, right?
yeah.
So, 4 decades, four, fine.
Yes.
There's a similar-ish book out called In Search of the Perfect Loaf.
There are those Zen and the blank of.
Yeah, right.
Just
But
about every
this one
subject.
doesn't. This one doesn't actually take on the mantle of Zen and the. It's more of a search for oneself while searching for the perfect bread
Sure.
recipe or the means of making a mysterious form of bread. So, like the French baguette, the proper French baguette, is really only available, if one learns at a boulangerie in Paris.
Okay.
See, this is why we need Brad here, because Brad would have called me out on saying boulangerie.
Yeah.
See, Brad would have called Chris out on his katakana talk before. See,
This is the perfect beer to be drinking while making bread, though.
see, why is that?
Well, good saison. It's
It's
a
a
very
farmhouse
bready,
ale.
same thing.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's a
Yes.
farmhouse.
Yes. It's very bready yeast they use.
It's good.
Do you need a bread maker?
No, I want to do it myself, and I got one here, and I got tired of pulling out the fisherman paddle from you get the bread maker. All works and it looks cool, and you pull it out. The thing is, you get this weird giant cupcake shaped loaf.
Yeah, bread in nature doesn't come in that shape.
Yeah, I want nature bread. I want the kind of bread that God pulled off the tree and gave to us. That's what I'm looking for. I don't want the weird box tower bread.
Yeah, that always did get me too.
Then you get, if you forget, you pull the bread out. It's got that metal paddle in it.
Yeah.
And you're doing the nice slices and all the, and you've ruined the serration on your bread knife, because everyone knows the only knife that has serrations is a bread knife. Everything else should be straight edge, but that's okay.
We're just gonna get weird tonight, aren't we?
It's all hipster douchebag talk tonight,
It's
Chris.
just, oh God, I don't want to be a hipster douchebag. I
How
really
did
don't.
the hipster burn his mouth?
How?
He ate pizza before it was cool.
I love every bit of that joke. It stopped me dead. You mentioned your other podcast, which, by the way, Chris was kidding. I don't know if he has another podcast, but remind me at one of the breaks, or the break. Remind me at the break, so we can talk about your thing. But also, I've got an idea for the evolution of what we do here. So Radio Tiki is still going on, but I got an idea for a podcast with some structure, not like structure the show, but more of a theme.
And
Traffic and weather on the 10s.
you know
yeah.
when the perfect time to do that would be?
What?
Right now, at the absolute zenith, the pinnacle of our popularity.
Exactly. Well, the thing is, it can't hurt.
He said ironically.
It can't hurt.
I'm with you.
And I swear to God, I told you guys I'm not going to talk about how we invented this shit, so I'm not do that.
Well,
but
we didn't really.
fuck, we didn't. Okay. No, never mind. No, never mind. I'm just not doing that. There wasn't a word called podcast when we started doing this.
True.
Just saying.
And we didn't come up with the word podcast.
No, we didn't. But the shit that we're doing that nobody else was doing, we competed against the Van Halen station.
Yeah,
Okay.
Van Halen.
Might as well.
This thing that everyone now does, we were literally the first ones doing it. Literally. in the internet universe, we were the first ones doing it.
Where's our Wikipedia entry?
I'm just saying.
I would say early adopter. I would need more strenuous research to be done for the first.
Okay, and you're right. You're right. Chris,
that seems like
our strenuous
big
our strenuous
claim to make.
research is sitting right there. He knew the means by which to put stuff out on the interwebs, and how many places besides Live 365, which is where we were first, right?
That and Shoutcast.
Right. And did they both exist at the same time?
Yes.
Okay. Of those two, those were the two entities in 2000, in the year 2000 when we started this bitch.
Yes.
All right. Those two entities. How many of this show, this kind of format, the talk comedy fuck with each other show were there?
They did exist. There were some out there, yeah.
They
remember there was
but
the
they
one
were fanboy things. They were based on, we're going to talk about Babylon 5, or there was nobody.
That was me.
Like our thing, well, I'm saying as an example, our thing was the only one that was a standalone thing. We had no act that we were supporting, meaning no TV show or band that we were doing a show about.
There was that one where that guy was basically he had something on speakerphone.
That was the second year. That wasn't when we first started.
So who are we going to impress with this? Are we going to call up some of the big podcasters
what I'm saying,
these days?
In fact, it could go no further than us and the 100 or so Radio Tiki fans we still have. All right. What I'm saying is, it needs to just be said and accepted as a truth. We were the first ones doing this. I am actually comfortable with it going no further than that. I feel good about that. It's like the guy in Germany who really did invent the internal combustion engine, rather than Daimler-Benz, the guy that he got it from, the guy that the Wright brothers got the idea from. If they're comfortable with it, that's all you need to know. That's it.
Hey man, somebody had to have climbed Mount Everest first, and I'm sure they didn't. There wasn't somebody there to see.
Yeah, you know who did it first? The fucking Sherpa who helped Hillary go there.
Right.
That's who went there first.
Yeah.
And they went, yeah, I guess we can take you there.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, well, we've been putting our dead shit up there, so I guess I'll take you there. You know where we keep all our dead shit? Up there. So if you want to go see where we keep all our dead shit, that's fine. We've been carrying it up there for centuries. So that's fine. Anyway. Now I forgot where I was even at on this whole deal. We were talking about
Bitter
beer.
old
We
man.
were talking about no. I said I wasn't.
Your evolution of.
Oh yeah, on the break, I got an idea for an evolution of the show.
All right.
It'll still be Radio Tiki, but I think I found a way to take real advantage of the different places where we are in life versus where we were 15 years ago. Like I think I might have a way to do that. An idea.
Sounds. I'd like to hear your pitch.
Yeah. So
You got me in the elevator with that.
See,
this is what I teach
people.
I've just invited you up to my office, and I'm going to give you
Exactly.
5 minutes.
This is what I do for a living. This is what I wish the people that I actually taught this stuff to would get it as fast as you just did. Thank you very much. Thank you. There we go. Anyway, we'd like to, in response to the Bitter Old Man talk, thank all the Radio Tiki listeners that are hanging with us for all these years.
My prostate hurts.
Got quite a few of you diehards out there. And Tom of North Cal, I got to tell you, dude, every week, brother sends me a wacky story for doing the show.
We haven't done the hard news squishy.
No, but you know what? Tonight we will. Tonight I got 6-7 stories.
Hard news squishy tonight?
We're getting a little hard news squishy tonight. We can look through.
I came up with that, by the way.
During the break, we can even
if we're going to
kind of dole out. We can figure out who maybe each of us do one.
If we're going to claim things, I'm going to claim hard news squishy.
Yeah, squishy. Was
you own it.
You own squishy.
Thank you.
So, and for those of you, again, I mentioned my mom's passing. Maurice came in for my mom's funeral, and that was incredible. It was because he literally drove into town for that, and then went back the next morning. Maurice and I got a dying parent kind of bond because I went there. I rushed back into town for his dad, and he rushed into town for my mom, and it was. So, but anyway, letting the Tiki listeners know Maurice is alive and well. And again, if I come up with this idea, this flushing out, there might be a way to have Maurice on a little bit more often. because we're again, I'll pitch to you, but we might be able to get Maurice in this bitch a little bit more often where he's at. So, but anyway, that's new and exciting things coming Tiki Way. New and exciting things. All right. What else is going on? So yeah, since the last time we did the show, we had that tragedy happen.
June, correct? We're talking was the last
It
show.
was July
July.
5th. No.
Oh,
No, it was after July 5th because that was when I had stopped drinking for a long time. In fact, again, when I knew I was doing the show, like I made sure I didn't have any other drinks for a while.
You ate dinner, right?
Yeah, all good. Everything's good.
Because at 6.5, this
Yeah.
is the most pussy beer you're going to be drinking tonight.
I know. Okay.
Drink up, Nancy.
Yeah. Oh my God.
The last one, the first number might be a 1, but that's unconfirmed as of this point.
All right.
It's confirmed to me, but not to you.
This is lovely what you've done here.
Thank you.
And now, Chris, you're still working downtown. You're still surviving. You've because last time we did the show, you had just made the change.
Yeah.
Not change in life, but change in role.
Change.
Yeah.
He's Christina now.
Dude, I'm not going to name names. I'm not going to have people go looking on my Facebook. But I had... Because you won't find evidence. You can really search. If you really try hard, you can figure it out. I had a close friend of mine in the UK make that change.
Mazel tov.
And bless their heart, not tell anybody. And then all of a sudden one day, like they've made the decision. In fact, they did the official go through HR and have a letter issued and permission to start using the other toilet and all of that. You know, everybody knew there was a divorce and everybody knew there was some uncomfortableness in this person's relationship. And, you know, there was some stress and all that. Then all of a sudden, boom, change. And you know what? Surprisingly, I admire. First of all, I think probably it's the UK. I think over here there have been more issues with it, but it surprising, but not a bad thing. And when you see somebody completely like newly comfortable in what they wanted to be, I know it's like kid with a new toy as well, but you see somebody completely happy and completely normal, even though it's totally fucking weird what they've done, like weird for you. It's weird for you, but they're so happy. My heart just went out to this person. Just completely like, man, I hope more people get the idea that they can do this. Now, on the flip side, I don't think it should be happening to 7 and 8 year olds, as we've been seeing in the news, like kids that are thinking that they're transgender before they're 12, because that's a little. How do you know? Like, you know, my kid didn't even know he had a penis until he was 8. Like, he didn't know there was a difference. He's like, he just thought everybody had one of those things, you know. So how can you, at the age of 6, know that you're transgender? I don't get that.
You're really being close-minded here, Tom.
Man.
Really?
I'm really being sarcastic.
Okay, I was going to say, you know, because I know, I mean, look, I proclaim to be pretty left of center, but I'm always willing to learn.
No.
You know, I'm willing to be open-minded. Speaking of left of center,
I'm voting for Rauner this year because I like what he's done for the senior citizens.
I've already voted.
push Grandma down the stairs. All right, for those of you not in the state of Illinois where we happen to reside, the election this year, the two douchey choices that we have are a complete incompetent moron of a Democrat governor,
Yes.
and then a profoundly successful
Montgomery Burns. See Montgomery Burns.
profoundly successful and smart yet really evil Republican candidates. Owned a string of nursing homes, known for pushing old ladies down the stairs and then not paying off to the people that, you know, sued them successfully, and that not paying out their punishment, you know. Oh, and then giving themselves lots and lots of bonuses, you know, all that. So it's all a matter of record. But that was actually where I was going. So in this particular arena, what do we do? Because as a you know, I don't register for a party, but I do swing Democratic more often than not, pretty much all the time.
Do your neighbors know that you do live in DuPage County?
And I do live in one of the most Republican counties in the state, but that's okay.
Which actually isn't as true as it was.
Right.
It's getting better.
For many years. This has been true for many years. There's the second largest number of Democrats in DuPage County than in any county in Illinois other than Cook.
Does Oak Park sit in Cook, or does Oak Park sit in
it's in
DuPage?
Cook.
Yeah.
Is it in Cook?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to say, because that could cause it to swing.
It's just there's a shit ton of people in DuPage.
Yeah,
yeah.
shit ton.
And
Um,
every county outside the
Metric.
yeah.
outside the collar, without the exception of maybe your college towns, is as red as it gets. But
There's a surprisingly large number of people talking about seceding or forming their own states these days. Like you've got North and South Florida getting against each other.
We don't want the part that's going to drop into the ocean.
You've got,
Some
you've got
of-
bits
some-
of Texas talking about
some of these movements I'm behind because,
Northern-
we might have listeners in Texas, so I won't give my opinion again.
it. No, I mean Texans. I mean, one of the biggest problems with Texas, it's a lovely place. The biggest problem
The
with
people.
Texas is the Texans. There are people in Austin and San Antonio that would go, hell yeah, you're right. Oh my god,
Oh,
'cause
yeah,
otherwise
sure.
this place would be great.
I know.
A lot of my retirement fund is invested in flag companies, so I'm all for more states.
There you go. more states, more flags. I wanted to find out where are we at on this issue, because I kind of think, yeah, let's have breakaway states. Let's have, they can't be their own country, but I could see Florida splitting into two.
Never
You know?
happened.
Never happened.
Never.
I could see Texas
None
breaking
of
off
those
some
efforts
bits.
will
Not,
ever happen.
ever happen.
Never
Nope.
happened.
I could see NorCal and SoCal breaking up a little bit.
Never happened.
It could-
Never happen.
I think it's a good idea. Good idea.
Whether it's a good idea or not, it will never happen.
Of course, we also just saw that was the other thing that happened since the last show. Scotland stayed part of the UK.
Scotland came to its senses.
Well, yeah, I don't understand why
Hey,
that
I
even
hope you
got as
got a
much traction
currency
as it
lined
did.
up because we're not going to let you use the pound.
And
And this whole EU thing, yeah, you're going to have to reapply. And
well, that's just it. And I'm not sure the EU would have taken that, because
No.
having Scotland by itself, and I love the Scots, I love them, a great people, but it'd be like getting yourself another Spain.
yeah.
I like their tape.
Yeah, it's lovely and very useful. So yeah, I didn't know what we were doing as far as governor in Illinois, because I had to be.
I
reminded-
held my nose and colored in the little Scantron form.
You held your nose.
In the you hold your nose in the
Yeah.
in the figurative sense.
Is that how it works in Will County? You don't connect the arrows?
Nope. Scantron. Well, I mean early voting. Oh no, and I voted normal too. Normal like I voted, and yeah, it's,
We
it's
use one
Scantron.
paper ballot.
Scantron, come up and put in a little Scantron
Because
thing.
in Cook County, you connect the arrow.
Yes.
Yeah, I can vote as early as 6 a.m. Right? Is it? Because I'm flying
It
to Los
depends.
Angeles that
It
day.
depends.
I'm going on Friday for Halloween because it's
Can
scary.
we go? We can't go that early here, can we?
I've already voted.
in Cook County? you
No,
can.
you voted because you're working, right? Oh no, I guess you.
No, you can early if you have early voting. You can early vote because you've taken a shit and you feel like getting out of the house.
Oh, all right.
It's not like the old days where you actually needed a reason to early vote. You can just early vote now.
I haven't been here in a
I'm
while.
gonna let that
Yeah,
mellow.
You know what? I'm gonna go.
I'll look it up.
Do
for
you often have to vacate your own home? Do you if you've done
no.
it so bad that you're like, well,
No.
I
No,
hope
it's
that's
just
the
example.
cat. I really like.
The cat's a
I'm
little,
going
what
to claim the cat did that.
the fuck was that?
So we can just normally early vote
Yeah,
here.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Unless you're a
You
minority.
don't even need a reason.
Do I have to register? Do I have to say that I'm going to early vote, or can I just show
You
up
just show up.
and do
They
that?
have.
The,
I assume 99.5% of them are the same as I showed up at my village hall. They had voting booths set up. It looked exactly like Election Day.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, maybe I'll
Here, I'm
take
looking
care of
up
that
for
on
you.
Monday.
I have
except
my,
they don't have the
All right,
thing
yeah.
that-
Look up Carol Stream's early voting.
If they
See
don't
what I
have
got.
the box from Dunkin' Donuts with like the 24 donuts
Right.
Yeah.
and the old people.
And you're waking up the village clerk to come out and give you a ballot, basically.
And again, I would like to just say one of the guys running for Republican senator in the state of Illinois gives away ice cream if you voted.
I love his commercials where he claims he's not a career politician.
Yeah.
How many offices have you run for and lost, sir?
Well, that's
no,
certainly
wait, he was state senator for a couple years, wasn't he?
if one
Oh,
keeps
he's
interviewing for a job and never gets the job, then one can say that that's not their career. So,
It's more of a hobby.
so anyway, I might be voting evil Republican this time. I might do that because
No.
the Democrat
I'm
machine
with Tom.
in Illinois is like
See,
nothing's getting done.
Like he's just going to come in and all of a sudden override the Democratic legislature, both House and Senate.
No. I look at him as kind of a laxative.
No, he's going to get even less done than Quinn. Honest to God.
Again, I want Quinn to stop doing things.
And if you look
because
at
the stuff that he does is stupid.
right, and if you look at, if you look at the way he talks and his rhetoric and all that thing, he thinks he's just going to go down there and say, "Well, I'm the governor, so this is how
that
it's
won't
going to
work
be."
because this state is run by
Right.
a guy who's not even elected.
Well, I mean,
But that's what I'm saying.
And-
He's coming in with a
right. And that is the problem with having business people run for office, is
Yes,
because
they
they
think
think
it's
that they're
business.
they think they're CEO of the state and it's a business and it just doesn't work out.
We have two very bad choices in Illinois right now. Is what it comes down to.
I would like
There's a third choice, and that is don't fucking retire here.
well I would like some sort of stool softener for our government. That's really what I'm looking
He
at.
won't be one.
I don't look for him to get anything. I don't look for movement in the first go. I'd like him to soften things up so that movement can happen a little bit later.
He
know,
won't.
Nothing really. Ugh.
As long as Madigan is alive,
Yeah, all right.
Madigan gets what he wants.
What
and
are we saying here?
Oh, see,
No, we're not saying that.
Yeah, we can't, please, because
What-
these people. There are people in this country that will kill you. He's one of them. Like we can't say that at all.
what we're saying is that
We love Mike Madigan. He's great.
what we're saying is that sometimes Pat Quinn and Mike Madigan want the same thing, so sometimes something gets done.
Yeah.
What we're saying is Bruce Rauner and Mike Madigan will never want the same thing done, so nothing will get done. Putting Bruce Rauner in would do nothing. Would absolutely do nothing. It would be nothing will get done. Michael Madigan is the kind of person, even if he wanted what Bruce Rauner wanted, would fight it just out of spite. That's the kind of man
You're
he
right.
is.
You're right. You're right.
I agree.
Dude, I'm starting to not be able to afford to live here anymore.
Well, that's DuPage County.
No. I mean, well, the state of Illinois.
That too, but DuPage County. Is
My Illinois
here.
income tax is fucking stupid. It
Oh,
when I get a refund from the Fed and I'm constantly paying $2,000 to Illinois or whatever the fuck it is. The last 3 years, that's what occurred.
how?
I'm not-
that. No.
Yeah.
Okay, Tom, you might want to look into that because
I got to do. Well, no, I had some complications because
Is everybody in your family getting paid W-2?
what?
Everybody in your family gets a W-2?
Me and the wife.
yeah, Tom, I
I
don't.
think you should talk to a tax professional.
All right.
That sounds like a personal problem to me, and I'm not being an asshole about this. That sounds like a personal problem because the only time I ever have to pay the state a dime is when there are gambling winnings involved.
Oh no. Well, I don't have that.
No.
But the state, and sometimes it's a little, like $100. Sometimes it's $1,500, and it's
There's
like,
absolutely no. You should talk to somebody about that.
all right.
Have a
Well,
lot
my
of,
people look into it.
Schedule C stuff going on, or which schedule am I thinking of?
You only get paperwork if you pull out more than $1,500 at a time. If you pull out more than $3,500 at a time. So if a casino pays you over $3,500, they got to fill out the paperwork. So
Slot machine or
Yeah, it depends. Tom.
I don't. Yeah, I don't know.
$1,200 for slot machine. That's Fed. I don't know about state.
Oh. I don't know. I was just hearing somebody complain about it, so I never get
No.
that kind of green when I go to the
that's,
casino.
yeah, no. They were talking out their ass.
Yes.
All right, fair enough. See, and young impressionable Tommy is sitting there listening to the nice lady with her oxygen mask saying they had to come and take it if I had just won $10 less. So, or whatever the hell it was. What is that? Oh, there we go. Early voting.
Do you use TurboTax?
No, I have a guy. Where can I do this? So I can do it at Stratford
two
Square
locations.
and the DuPage Election Commission. Yeah,
Yeah, you don't want to go out there.
They'll smell you a mile away.
upper level of Macy's department. Oh, I can do that. I'll go there tomorrow.
Yeah, you,
All right,
you don't even
done.
need a reason.
Done and done. But now you're making me rethink my voting strategy.
Is it in the misses section? Where is it at the?
Yeah, I vote however you want to vote, but anybody who again do we even have Illinois listeners besides my wife?
Yeah.
Anybody who thinks putting Rauner in is going to change anything, I agree. It would be great to have a businessman in there.
Yeah.
Who would, but it's.
It's so hopeless. And the thing is, I
But
do
put-
enough traveling
let
where
me
I
put
see
it-
how
let
other
me put it
states
this
are.
way. I would vote for. Sorry, dear. I would vote for Rauner if there was a chance he could get anything done. But putting Rauner in office would be like voting Libertarian. You've wasted your vote.
Right. All right, fair enough. Because I was really struggling with I've always voted
Quinn
Democrat, but
Quinn is-
he's
oh
such a
my
fucking knob.
Oh my God.
He is just a knob. Sorry. I mean, this is not the witty repartee people would normally expect from Radio Tiki, but our current
we don't
governor
see
is-
each other very often.
Our current governor is a knob.
Knob.
So, anyway, that's my catching up. How are you doing, Chris?
Fair to middling.
Yeah.
I'm studying for my Japanese proficiency test,
Yeah.
which is
How proficient are you?
not very.
When are you going? When are you going to go to Japan?
December. When am I going to Japan?
Yeah.
Next May.
All right. Like May coming up, 2015?
Yeah, May 16th through the 29th.
Nice.
So we're doing we're doing like a cultural tour.
Are you going like with your Japanese language group?
No.
Whatever you do, don't leave a Bible in the. Oh wait, that's North Korea. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't planning. But
But when you get caught in the airport with pot, give it to your wife, Linda. Oh.
I don't plan on doing that. No, it's a cultural tour, so it's like all the the usual. Could go see the Emperor Palace, go see the temples and all that stuff. But then it's the flip side. It's also like the manga anime side where you go to like Shinjuku and the I don't know if you've ever seen Anthony Bourdain. He went to Tokyo that one time, like on CNN.
Yeah.
And there's this look up robot restaurant.
Yeah.
Like, we're gonna do that.
Are you going to go to the Toilet Bowl restaurant?
The toilet bowl? No, what's the toilet?
Google that.
Okay.
Everything's served in little toilet
Oh,
bowls.
I think I have seen that. Yeah. So stuff. I mean, both sides. The new Japan and the old Japan. So.
That's cool.
And Tokyo.
And you're going to go for like 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, and we're staying on extra to go to Tokyo Disney. So.
I thought it didn't exist anymore.
Tokyo Disney?
Yeah.
Oh no, it's still there.
But it's not open. It's just a shell, isn't it?
No. There's 2 parks there now: Tokyo Disneyland and Tokyo Disney Sea.
I just today went to one of those like world's most beautiful abandoned places.
Yeah.
And it's talking about like the Detroit train station,
Right.
and it talks about that Pripyat town near Chernobyl.
Oh yeah, sure. Mm-hmm.
And Tokyo Disneyland was on there.
Okay. We need to look at that website because I've been to the website for.
No, I know. I believe you. I believe you. But
and looked
now
at how
I'm
much
just-
it costs for a hotel to
Yeah.
stay there.
Now I'm
Last
just-
updated December 2001. Oh,
So there, and we're going to Tokyo.
it's open today from 9 a.m. to
Yeah, I
6:30
think
p.m.
It's still open. So
They have an enchanted tiki room.
yes, they do. Except it's in Nihongo.
Can you do a little of that for us?
in Japanese.
I may have to record.
You got to do. In a
I'll see
room.
what I can do.
Tiki loom.
Tiki, you can say tiki in Japanese.
Right, tiki, but not room. Tiki loom.
Yeah, because that's all the Japanese language is. You just replace all the
I am like
R's
Krusty the
with an
Clown.
L.
I'm like
And you
Krusty the
speak
Clown.
Japanese,
There we go.
Tom.
Tiki loom. See, all of a sudden, there we
I'm
go.
speaking Japanese
Watch.
right now. Want to see?
Here's when I speak.
Want to see me speak Japanese?
This is
I'm
me speaking
right
Chinese. This is me speaking Japanese.
Oh, that
Chinese,
Hey.
Japanese,
God,
Chinese,
this
Japanese,
is a
Chinese,
audio
Japanese.
only.
See, there you go.
Offended.
If you're gonna
So
be that
many
way,
levels.
be that way.
So Tokyo, Osaka, Kyoto, Hakone National Park, and Hiroshima for our
Shits and giggles.
Nice.
our white man guilt. So
Beautiful abandoned places. Hang on a minute. Let's see if it's there. Distractify? No.
What?
Distractify.
is that an add-on for Firefox?
It's one of those stupid things on Yahoo. Like you're trying to read the news, or whatever, and let's see.
Drink up, Tom. You're falling behind.
Oh, I'm enjoying. There's a big difference.
2 more to go.
Hang on a
He's a
second. I'm
sipper.
going to put Disney. Yeah, let's see.
Now there's like river country. I've seen pictures on the internet of abandoned parts of Disney World, like river country, which you have to take a canoe over to get to. And that's interesting because it used to be a water park. Now it's all overgrown. So
abandoned river country. That's that one. But hang on a second. I want to say Disney Japan. It was just today. I swear.
Here I am Googling.
I'm not
crazy or something.
I'm not crazy. A fake Disneyland in Japan, Nara Dreamland. That's it. It was a fake one. Hang on a minute. Trashed remains of Disney projects. Because I'm not like it was just this morning. It's odd that you said you're going to go there because
was there any doubt that I was going to go?
Well, yeah, really. I'll have to look this up on break or something. You know what? Mm-hmm. Somebody got to help me prove that I'm not crazy because I just saw it. Now I can't.
You are crazy, Tom.
Crazy.
I swear it was a thing. It was a real thing. It was. I swear to God.
Speaking of that, Jeff, you didn't pre-order the new Pink Floyd then?
No, I did.
No. But you did hear the
song. Yes.
The song. I think that's going to be played in a lot of lobbies of W Hotel. That's the vibe I'm getting off of what I've heard so far. So.
Oh, here we go. This is the one. Got it. The entrance is identical to Disneyland. Oh, here, go up one. A fake Disneyland in Japan, the Nara Dreamland near Nara, Japan, built in 1961, closed in 2006. Everything is still operational, just completely abandoned.
I don't think we're going there.
So, Sleeping Beauty Castle, Main Street, a monorail, a Utopia ride.
Utopia.
Yeah, let's see. Roller coasters. Yeah, this was the one I saw. All right.
Okay.
So it's a fake Disney.
So you're
in
not
Japan.
insane. You're just.
I was mistaken. I misread.
Okay.
So all right, good. Sorry. Anyway, so you're going to go to Tokyo Disney and you're going to go to Hiroshima. No, you're going to Hiroshima. Okay.
Yeah.
Nagasaki.
No, that's not on the tour.
No, I mean, are you going to have some flaming Nagasaki in a Greek restaurant when you're there?
Oompa! They're a little sensitive about
Set
that.
fire to food in Nagasaki.
They're
Here's the shadow of the last person that did that.
Ouch. I don't think that. I don't. That's.
And how about you, Jeff? How are things? What's been going on since?
For me.
All right. Everything's cool.
Yeah.
So
I recocked my bathtub last week.
And that's a euphemism for what?
Recocking my bathtub.
Nice.
Yeah, it's about the most exciting thing. I like it. I like it level. Level. That's what I like.
So since as my mom has passed away, I've decided to keep my dad busy by having him travel with me places. And I took him to the Netherlands. Took him to Amsterdam. Might have taken him around to see little red light district, and
Sure.
I might have gotten him a brownie, and I think it had no effect. I think the brownie did not do anything. But my dad, who is not exactly straight laced, but I mean the total list of places he's been in this world is America and Vietnam. You know, so. He did come to the UK to visit me, but they were there for like 5 days, and they stayed pretty much just in our neighborhood. But Dad's not a big world traveler, so he presumed that the little tiny bit of pot brownie that I gave him, like he was on a freak out and having a major trip. What I told my brother was, I believe there was about 45 minutes between ingesting the brownie and Dad going to bed. So I'm not sure what could have occurred in those 45 minutes. But be that as it may, he's going to be traveling with me a little bit more. So Dad's going to go with me to San Francisco.
Oh, yeah, sure.
He's going to go with me to Denver, and he's going to go with me to Seattle. I'm going to take him all places where he can buy pot. So I'm just going to keep taking him pot places.
Well, except for San Francisco.
Yeah, and even there, it's just
just get MDMA.
Just be cool, man. Don't have it out, So I did scope out the pot purchasing places in Denver. It's oddly retail. You just walk in and hey, what do you need, man? this is a really good. This has got a good version of this, and this has got a nice smooth high. This one's a little bit more abrupt. This one's in caramel flavored. This one's in a cranberry soda bottle. This one looks like a Reese's peanut butter cup because it was.
It was.
So I checked out all those things, and then typical nerd, bought nothing.
Of course.
Because I wanted to check it out and say, I just wanted to do my research, but
you looked them up on Yelp.
I looked up 3 different ones, and I went to the pot review site in the Denver newspaper. And they have a reviewer, they have a staff that checks those things out. But it's not that it's everywhere, but it's just as you walk around Denver, the stuff there apparently is stronger and more not regulated, but higher quality than what you would get in Amsterdam, where it's been legal for years and years and years. So you're getting like super high grade stuff apparently. And I just didn't want to throw down $50 for a bottle of soda, because it's like a little bottle, $50. So, that's, and since I have no experience with it, I figured, I better not.
That's over your per diem.
Yeah. And if I try to expense that, what's this? Well, I bought dinner at Nature's Remedies. I
don't know if you work for my former pinball machine. They probably would. Whatever. Okay.
That's different. They're rolling in money. All those places you used to work are rolling in money.
Oh no.
Well, they're not. I thought the slot machine industry was.
It's been screwed up for like the last 5 years. Ever since the economy started tanking, and
I thought you guys were going to start doing really well since now you can get a slot machine in every bar.
Well, that's
in
the problem.
Illinois,
is you can get a slot machine in every. So the casinos aren't doing like Elgin is completely hosed, and
Hollywood Aurora. Or Hollywood Joliet is Ghost Town.
Well, either of those Hollywoods, right? I mean,
and then
Aurora's doing a lot better.
And then
okay,
and then every state has gambling now, pretty much. So
now Wisconsin got the Indians, Indiana's got it, Illinois got it.
Iowa has it.
Yeah,
Missouri has
Kentucky, Tennessee doesn't. That's a church state.
True.
Yeah,
North Carolina does.
See, well, I'm glad you got out of it and got into into a more stable industry like GPSs.
Sure.
So, and that's the cool thing about checking in with Maurice. You get to hear about some of the really wicked cool shit he's working on. Like I won't bring it up on the show. I'm like I want a car that does the stuff that you and Maurice are working on. Like that's gonna be cool.
You will.
Yeah. How soon? How soon are we gonna?
For the stuff I'm working on?
Yeah.
2018.
All right. So we're talking about. Just hang on a second. All right. Sorry. Just wanted. I can't put some stuff on the show, people. Sorry, can't do it. Right.
No,
Wow.
you may have to spend $80,000 for that, but
That's enough for a car that will give me a blowjob. That really is.
And the thing is, the
I'll do
blowjob
that.
technology
I'll
that
do
you're
that.
doing.
Oh
Wow.
shit! The mics are back up.
Oh damn it! Oh
Shit.
Actually, I'm just thinking that a car, where cars are going, what would it take to have a car that would blow you? I mean,
Not much.
autofillate.
you need some sort of you get in the cigarette lighter a flashlight. You get one of those. Those of you that don't know, look it up on the interweb.
Or don't.
I think people know what a flashlight
I don't know.
is.
Maybe not everybody's familiar with the classic flashlight.
I'm getting the DTs here, Tom. Drink up.
Oh, sorry. God. Well, we're about 5 minutes from a break, dude. Just give me
You've
a
got
second.
3.
Ooh.
We're only on number 2.
I didn't want to rush it. It's lovely.
It's okay.
I didn't want to rush it. So, all right. So you remember how I used to say I had problems like not catching up on TV shows and stuff?
Uh-huh.
I've got all my shit working now.
Uh-huh.
Now I got too many things because I got Blacklist. I'm watching Sons of Anarchy. I finished all of Orange is the New Black. I watched all of Crossbones. It's like I'm becoming retarded. That was the John Malkovich is Blackbeard.
Oh, yeah, I saw that on The Soup. That was funny.
Well, I mean, it only lasted 10 episodes, so I can't imagine that. Well, I never heard word that it was canceled, but it was clever. I mean, the idea that Blackbeard is a
everything's
madman.
about limited runs, especially in the summer. Everything's about limited. We only need to make 10 episodes, 10 really good episodes, as opposed to stretching it out to 26, which is.
Do you watch the Once Upon a Time? You do, right? Because you're.
the girl show. And I don't
Disney Boy is not watching Once Upon a Time.
I like their
You would
theme
love
park.
the shit out of that.
No,
Because all the there's so many Disney references, and they have to try to find ways to make it.
I'm into the
not
theme parks, not the
cartoony.
movies.
Yeah, but you don't go see you don't go see Aladdin or the
No,
Sorcerer's Apprentice or anything like that. No,
I can't remember the last Disney movie I saw other than Toy Story 3. Or no, the Pixar ones, but I see the Pixar ones, but except for the planes and cars.
wait, the family, because it's actually really good. It's a good show to watch.
Yeah,
for
sure.
family. But I just said to Alexandra, because she's got, my daughter, she's got a good eye for the writing, right? She can tell when something's badly written or poorly written versus stuff that's good and enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, this season of Once Upon a Time seems weird. And I said, now you know why the best shows, like all our favorite shows in the UK, had two maybe three series.
Yes.
And that was it. It was done.
Yeah.
I think things should stop. In fact, I would love to see more Orange is the New Black, but where they ended, did you guys watch? Are you viewers?
yes.
Okay.
Don't care.
Where they ended it was fine. That's a great place to stop this. Now, of course, I want more. I love the show.
Yeah.
And I'd like to hear more stuff. But what if it never showed up again? I would be satisfied. That's a good ending point. The thing is, Once Upon a Time has done that. Orphan Black has done that. Hell, Battlestar Galactica did it a couple of times. We let things go on too much.
Well, the problem Battlestar, they didn't know what they were doing. It was just like, let's just make it gritty and real and just hope nobody pays attention.
Hot Cylons.
In Hot Silence, yes.
I love that idea. Actually, again, one of those list websites, Battlestar Galactica is listed as the one of the best shows of all time and one of the worst of all time because of its not box office. One of the most expensive flops ever was the very first iteration of Battlestar Galactica, and the new version is one of the most successful. And it's one of the few shows to do that. Star Trek was the other. So,
yeah. But no, Battlestar Galactica just irritated me. I mean, I watched it to the end, but that no.
I didn't finish it.
Good.
Yeah.
Because that ending is shitty. It's like I wasted my time to watch this.
It's not it's not like Lost, is it? Like
I
was in the middle of watching Lost, and after I heard what was coming, I just decided I'm not going to finish this.
I think it's the same thing. It's another one of these series where they don't really know where they're going, and they just hope nobody figures that out, and they just keep adding things to kind of throw stuff in there to move the plot along.
Twin Peaks season 3 coming next year.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Now, are they actually calling it season 3? Is that what they're?
No, I doubt it.
What are they? I mean, so we don't know anything about.
We
it.
don't know anything.
All right.
The 90s are back, man. The 90s are new Twin Peaks, new
90s
Pink
will be
Floyd.
back in my lifetime.
There was something else that happened, like the 90s were back. Like last week, I don't remember what it was.
Fleetwood Mac is returning, but that's not 90s.
No.
That's another when hell freezes over kind of thing. All right, this is really good, Jeff, and you're making me drink it way too fast.
Oh, well.
Drink it.
I'm sure your local doesn't have it, so.
I'm so drunk.
I gotta go get these
gosh.
at Rin's. They'll have it at Binny's.
This?
They'll have the hell out of this at Binny's. Yeah, it's.
They'll have the hell out of it.
Yeah, it's widely distributed.
All right, you getting another one?
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? We're right at the hour point. Let's take a little break. When we come back, sorry, we're just getting warmed up. We're just catching up. When we come back, we got some listener contributed news stories. We can hear a little bit more about what's going on in Chris, Tom, and Jeff world. We can catch up on what's going on with the disastrous election and the sports season this year. We are not sporty guys, so we don't really give a fuck, but everything in Chicago sucks. And for those of you walking around wondering what's going on in Chicago, it all sucks. Everything sucks. Well, no. People get mad at us. We say because the Blackhawks are brilliant, and the Blackhawks are brilliant. But so yeah, we got some normal Radio Tiki stuff when we come back. What should we go out with, Chris? You want to have a little music on the way out? What are you into? What do you want to hear?
What am I into? Is there? Do you have any dubstep?
Nice. Wait, how about
I'm just joking.
How about a little Year the Cat? We'll let that play as we go out. How about that?
I don't know what that is, but I will listen.
You don't remember this? The thing is, I won't be able to play it all. I'm letting a little Al Stewart play on our way out.
Yeah.
Yep.
This song.
Yep. Nice. Little fall piano instrumental for Great Radio Tiki Experiment. We'll be right back after we get this portion saved and Jeff pours out a beer and I check in with my wife and we have a little private chat. Here, enjoy Radio T. Extreme intensity. I know. Oh. Coming up on the Great Radio TK Experiment, in this next hour, we're going to have listener news. And Jeff found reviews of us on iTunes. So it's one thing for us to complain and be bitter about inventing podcasting and not getting any credit. But turns out there's a lot of really nice reviews of us out there on the old iTunes. We'll be bringing you that as well. But for now, enjoy a little angry Irish music. I got this.
I'm a son of pain, and I lost my leg. Climbing up the top sails, I lost my leg.
Same code from War Games, isn't it?
The only answer is to not play.
Oh, I forgot about to say that my Japanese proficiency test is on December 7th.
Do they?
All right, welcome back. Great Radio TV Experiment.
Hello.
So the good news is we had a lovely discussion during the break about the evolution of Radio Tiki, and we might be working with some new stuff here coming up soon. So keep yourselves on the edge of your seat, all 25 of you, and we'll be putting it together. What?
Dan's been on the show like once or twice.
Once or
right?
twice.
Chris
Once or
has
twice.
been around once or
Yeah,
twice,
yes.
right? Yeah, okay.
Yes.
But that's what I mean. We can now,
No, I'm just trying to remember. There was at one point I had the complete list in my head of people who had ever appeared on the show, but that was many years ago. And we were doing
you
it,
can't do that. We've had.
No, I just had that list in my head, and now I don't.
I mean, there's women that we don't date anymore that have been on this show. Yeah.
The one.
Mary, Krista.
They were never on the show.
No.
Krista was on the show once.
No.
Oh, maybe like one of the
Wives. There was a wives show. There was a
the
wives
girls
night.
show,
Yeah.
girls' night out show. There were a couple of those.
Yeah.
Lindy and Sarah have been on the show.
Yeah.
We've had all the Wonak girls. We've had kids on the show. There's been.
But I'm saying that list was current in my head as of like when we were still doing it in the apartment.
Wow. Oh, okay.
Well, that's a while ago, so it's nothing I've thought about recently.
That is a bit. Oh, we have a message here. So, welcome back to the Great Radio TV Experiment. It is a lovely Wednesday evening before Halloween, and
Boo.
Boo. Boo. Now, do you are you running away from your home, or do you stay in and give?
Yeah, that's why
candy to
I'm
children?
early voting on Friday, is to not have to be home.
Really?
You might want to check. Early voting is usually just during business hours.
No, it's till 7 at the
okay.
Village
It
Hall.
varies. Your mileage varies.
I've done my research.
Your mileage may vary
It's either that or go to a casino
on Friday.
Oh, Friday.
Friday. And I
Why
don't
don't you
wanna
Why don't you come down here? Come on down here on Friday. Seriously, we got neighborhood party, and like we really do it up proper. So
but I don't. It says that I don't like Halloween, so
you don't have to like Halloween. It's an excuse for us to burn shit in the driveway.
you do that anytime.
Yeah.
All right, I'll think about it.
Yeah, come around, man. Come around.
After I vote.
Is So I mean, you could bring the girlfriend with you, and
Well, I mean, she doesn't live here.
I know, but doesn't she come up on weekends and?
Not all the time.
Oh, okay. Halloween weekend. What? What? Oh, the level's all good.
Turn the volume down again. I have a question.
Oh, okay. Hang on a minute. Sorry, there we go.
Thank you.
Sorry. Sometimes we have to keep some of the private. Sometimes you have some of the private stuff for you.
Yeah,
private,
really, because
so.
I have other.
Yeah, we got. Last
got-
thing we want to do is get Chris in jail.
No, I operational security. That's what I'm more concerned about.
No. There was some other TV shit that I wanted to talk to you about. Now I've completely forgotten it. This is what happens when we make fun of for the last couple of decades of me having the master list. I had shit I wanted to talk to both of you about, and now I've forgotten what it was, and I should have written it down. That's my own
Is it about our
goddamn fault.
Lord and Savior Jesus Christ?
No, I'm good with all that. I've come to terms with that. So, no, it was something about it was TV related, and I forgot what it was. So
I don't watch TV, so
well, I
don't
know,
what
but
it
was actually germane to the conversation. I'm getting
Yeah,
old.
okay.
So speaking of getting old, we're talking about like being in different stages of maturity than we first started the show.
I can think of it as different stages of entropy.
Exactly. I need to have one of those null entropy tubes like the Baron Harkonnen had. Nice. I have a no ship because then Sienna.
Is that in the book or is that in the movie?
No, that's in the book.
No, because in the book. That's one of the things. I mean, was it last summer? I read every single one of those fucking things. All right, including all of the extra. His son did some.
I'm a little short of cash this month. Books.
No, after Frank Herbert died, Brian Herbert did
Was
a
a
few.
little short of cash this month.
So I'd read the House Atreides, I read House Harkonnen, I read the war, the Butlerian Jihad, all that.
Was this on planes or something? Or?
Well, since I've gotten the Audible account, I got an audible.com and an audible.co.uk. I am flush with literature. I mean, I've caught up. Because you put somebody reading a book on tape on double speed, it doesn't speed up. They don't turn into chipmunks. It just takes out the space between the words, and it's fantastic. It drives Vicky nuts because she can't handle it, but
all the more reason.
Yeah, but I'm headphone. Like today, I've finally picked up the new Stephen Fry autobiography, part 3. Because the first 2 parts weren't enough. And it's a 9-hour audiobook, and I'm about halfway through it, listening to it double speed. So it's nice. So I'm able to, and I do that on planes, I do that in hotel rooms.
So you're not actually reading these books?
No, but I always get unabridged.
Oh, okay.
I have to have, if I find out an audiobook is abridged, it freaks me the fuck out.
What am I missing?
Exactly. What did they decide to cut out? And I used to get really annoyed at the whole Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. But then, somebody had to gently remind me, Douglas Adams never kept a consistent version of that himself.
Right.
He wrote a different version for the book. He wrote a different version for the TV show. He wrote a different version for the radio show. Yeah. He wrote a different version for the second radio show. He wrote a different version for the one that was going to go in a collection. So you can't drive yourself nuts with that. So getting an abridged version of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is just part of your sanity. You have to, otherwise you'll go crazy. But everything else, I need to have, if possible, read by the author with no cutesy poo voices. Like, I don't need somebody doing a different character voice for all the kids in Hogwarts.
Like
That's fine, but it's not necessary. I don't need it. Unless it's somebody famous. So, for example, Stephen Fry reading the Harry Potter books, Stephen Fry actually became known for having a different voice for every character. Like, that was his bag. Yeah. So now I expect...
Jim Dale read the...
Jim Dale read the American ones. And,
okay. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
In fact, you may wish to treat yourself.
Audible.co.uk, apparently.
I don't have that sort
Jim
of time
Dale
in
and
my
Stephen
life.
Fry are actually colleagues and friends, and they used to compete with the different voices because they both read unabridged versions, and they both had their character voices. So Stephen Fry were the UK issue, and Jim Dale were the American issue. So,
Yeah, okay.
So Anyway, so yeah, I do a lot of Audible. Really getting into what they call urban fantasy, which is
that means that is that black fantasy? Is that what that is?
I like a lot of Blackula, a lot of Blackenstein, a lot of King Buttfuck.
What?
Oh, that's a different book entirely. So
I don't know where to
urban
go with
fantasy.
that.
Actually, the best. You can't use this word because people don't really get it these days. But the best way to describe urban fantasy is actually Shadowrun.
Okay.
So what was
I got you.
Elves, trolls,
so urban's
vampires,
not
whatever.
urban's not code.
No, it actually means cities with elves. Modern day New York, and there's elves and trolls or whatever that live around it. So
Talk about things I miss.
Yeah,
Oh.
that is a game. Listening to your wife teach my son how to play D&D, that was great. It was lovely, and it just reminded me how fucking complicated D&D made itself. Shadowrun, you got a box of dice, you got three different kinds of books, and from there, mostly basing on William Gibson and stuff going on today.
D&D kept changing the rules.
Yeah.
They just put on another
5th edition.
5th edition.
Why?
Because 4th edition sucked.
No, but why keep fucking with the rules in general?
3.5. 3.5 was the best.
I keep waiting for somebody to just come around and reissue. And now I know they tried it, but I wait for somebody to reissue Shadowrun properly. I went digging, and I've got all my Shadowrun novels.
I thought they did.
No, they're going down the D&D route.
6 years ago, though,
edition.
wasn't it?
Oh,
really?
Not quite as radically new edition, I'm led to believe, as D&D 4th edition. And here we go, down another rabbit hole. But D&D 4th
Nerd
edition was a response to online MMOs.
Oh.
And it made combat very similar to that. And it wasn't hex-based anymore.
Okay. You just hit the A key a lot? Is
Yes,
that how this
pretty much.
Okay.
Well, and a lot of paper-based role-playing games are being influenced by screen-based role-playing games.
Right,
so
right.
so there's that. But yeah, I miss Shadowrun, and again,
more
I
plugged
genuinely feel that would be a great TV genre. Like that's a TV show waiting to be made.
I thought I swear that they optioned it for a movie or a TV show, like recently, like in last year or so.
I heard that about Neuromancer. I didn't hear that about
Well, yeah,
Shadowrun.
Neuromancer. Well, that thing's been floating around for years, but I thought it was Shadowrun. I thought somebody.
That would be brilliant. I mean, it's the right thing to do.
Put it on the CW.
I mean, the thing is, Shadowrun influenced me so much. Even now, in my approaching mid-40s, I'm 43 now.
You're a dinosaur.
I know, I'm a fucking dinosaur.
You're a dinosaur.
In my
Lucas.
40s, I still look at people on the street and go, elf, troll, orc, human, elf, troll. Like, because the whole idea that people were awakened and discovered their true selves, that concept is not that far off from what I think the world is like. A veil being lifted. And for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, Wikipedia Shadowrun, get into the mythology of it. It's actually quite clever. Because clearly, I'm a dwarf. I mean, my body shape, my mom, my brother, my father. I mean, I'm a dwarf. I mean, if the veil were lifted, I'd be a dwarf, and that's just the way it is. You two, elves. Okay, that's just the way it is. You look at you guys, you're elves. Maurice, elf. Okay, Brad, just dumb human.
Human, yeah, dumb
just human. a human. Just you look at Brad, and go, he's human, and he would revel. He would revel in his humanness. Revel in your. That's the other thing that could be remade. There's a lot of things being remade. Mm-hmm. I think it might be the right time to attempt to remake Blade Runner. I really do, because William Gibson was just talking. He did an interview on the anniversary of Neuromancer, and he said the one thing that I missed was cell phones. Mm-hmm. He said, I have my characters in Neuromancer stopping to use a payphone. And he said, as far as predicting how the future is, I did a pretty good job. I'm all right with what I did. Completely missed cell phones. Blade Runner, on the other hand, didn't miss much at all, including the cell phones. and video phones and Skype-like devices and how our computers work now. They've got all that in the Ridley Scott version. So I'm thinking, if it was so close, what would a remake now be like? It might be pretty cool. Of course, they might get all CGI and Pixar-ian and fuck it up, but it could be good.
The thing with those properties, though, is they're so niche that to do it the way we would want to in a situation like we have today would just be a complete flop. Either it would be done the way we want it to be a complete flop, or it would be done in a way that was commercially popular, and it would be the next. What was the Keanu Reeves one? Gibson.
Johnny Mnemonic.
Johnny Mnemonic. It would be. Johnny
Bless their
Mnemonic.
heart, they tried and they just completely missed it. Johnny Mnemonic's problem was it was a mix of Neuromancer
It
and
sucked.
what
It was Johnny
Mnemonic
Mnemonic's
was supposed
problem.
to be. Yeah. Speaking of Keanu Reeves, are you guys interested at all in John Wick?
It's gotten good reviews.
I think I might want to see that.
I haven't seen a movie in the theater in I don't know how many years.
Said Jeff, the Radio Tiki movie reviewer. I think John
saw
Wick,
over 1,500 movies in like 6 or 7
Yeah.
years, and I couldn't tell you. I think
you went to go see everything too in those
everything.
days.
Yeah, I saw Ocean's 13 in the theater. I'm not making this up. I saw Ocean's 13 in the theater, and I saw a live simulcast of a Prairie Home Companion episode that they were doing for a while. Those might have come out
That wasn't
around
the one where
same
it was
time.
the making of a Prairie Home.
No, it
Companion.
wasn't the movie. It was
Because I loved that movie. That was great.
It wasn't the movie. It was they just how they simulcast live events to theaters. Yeah, they did that with a couple of Prairie Homes.
All right.
Those were the last 2 movies I saw in the theaters.
Chris and I make pretty good use of the Riff Track movies. I like that. I like doing that.
Yeah.
And we just missed the Halloween because they were going to do Night of the Living Dead again, weren't they? I don't get the emails anymore.
Anaconda.
Anaconda.
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't interested in Anaconda.
Yeah, no.
So, although Betty White, hot, but I wasn't interested in Anaconda. So
Anaconda did not have Betty White in it.
that was the one where
Lake Placid had Betty White in it.
Oh, you're right. See,
Hey,
I would have been looking for.
Hey, the movie thing comes in, and I kind
Yeah,
of
'cause you saw those. You saw those.
I kind of actually appreciate it. I'm not saying it was a good movie, but I appreciated Lake Placid.
Is Anaconda the one with Ice Cube?
Ice Cube and
John Voight.
Kari Wurr.
Kari Wurr from MTV.
Yes. Whatever.
Not Dog Boy. What was the Kari Wurr show? Remote Control. She was on Remote Control.
Yes, she was.
Yeah, there we go.
And then
Wow.
she got replaced by Jenny McCarthy, didn't she? Was
On
that-
Remote Control.
yeah.
Oh, wow. See, look. Now we're going back. There it is.
Wow.
There it is. Speaking of cheesy TV shows, if you guys are not, and I know you're not, but if you're not watching the Goldbergs, you should be, because it's all of our shit. All of our shit is on the Goldbergs in sort of a fast forward way. Like, so pretty much what we didn't have Jewish parents, so take that out of it.
Okay.
But everything else is what our kind of school, junior high, early high school experience was.
We're the same age as the kids in that show, right?
Right.
Or
As
during
McKay,
that
Adam
time.
McKay, yeah. And that show is absolutely brilliant. And I remember having the same conversations, getting involved in the same stuff. I remember having a neighborhood-based Goonies, treasure search, which they've done. So, the nice thing is, Victoria and I, we, married 20 years this year, but she and I do not share the same sense of humor.
No.
But when it comes to that show, like, she had a Goonies treasure hunt when she was a kid. So she remembers some of the same goofy shit. So she didn't make her brother play Tron light cycles like I did.
Right, because she didn't have a brother.
Yeah, well,
There's
sisters,
that.
yeah. But
There's that.
did you guys play Tron life cycles?
I'm sure.
Yeah,
yes.
because I played Tron life cycles.
Yeah.
And the frisbee, like, we would wing frisbees at each other's head really
Yeah.
hard, because it was our disc.
Mhm.
20 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
What?
20 years.
This past year, in fact, in July coming up, it'll be 21.
Jesus.
I know. I'm married to
How old are
Victoria.
we? How old are we?
I know, man.
I've been married 10 years.
Yeah, look at you.
I mean, Jesus, God.
Jesus, help us.
I need a beer.
Oh, that was I started to talk about maturity, and then we got to get into listener mail and stuff.
Hey,
So-
before you do,
Yeah.
so we can plug everybody, you are enjoying right now a fine American Imperial IPA from Salamoth Brewery out of Naperville,
And it's
Illinois.
lovely.
A 10%er entitled Extreme Intensage.
The label has a brar.
They have They have actually a full-time artist on staff.
Let me see that. Wow. Can you look these up on the interweb, like a listing of all their?
You could find them,
labels?
or I
Yeah.
actually have a listing of everything they've bottled
really
on
cool.
my iPad here.
Because I've seen this artist before or this style.
Jordan Goulet, something or other.
Oh, I love when Will Ferrell would do him on Saturday Night Live. No,
You can look up his name if you're really interested.
Jordan Goulet.
I have to make sure my list is up to
Oh.
date.
So anyway, I was
thinking
noticing
of
that it had been like a year and a half since I got my eyes examined, and I thought, all right, one of my eyes is all of a sudden much blurrier than the other.
Uh-huh.
Well, I had the same thoughts as Jeff. Oh my God, I'm having a stroke. Or I got the diabetes. I got the diabetes. Or I got a cataract,
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, I'm only like 40s, none of this shit should be happening. I'm actually, despite all, I'm in pretty good shape. Blood pressure under control, losing weight, everything's good.
That's the thing. You go to the doctor, everything's stable. That's what you want to hear.
Yeah,
everything's
pretty-
stable.
When I am the same as the year previous,
Yeah.
That's good news. In fact, this year I went to my doctor. He goes, "Hey, you weigh 19 pounds less than last year." I'm like, "Fucking A, brother. All right, that's good." It's
High fives.
I went
Well,
to my
my
doctor this year, and I was like, "What the fuck are you doing here?" It's like,
My
I
doctor
got an
is-
email, said I hadn't been here in a year. Oh, okay. Let me tap this, check this, look at this. Okay, get the fuck out of here.
Get out of here, you crazy.
Go have some
my,
blood
My
drawn,
doctor's
we're
a little
outta
bit
here.
older than me, but not that much. So, how do you address your doctor? You have a doctor you regularly see all the time?
Just my allergy doctor.
Right. All right. Do you address that doctor as doctor?
Well, no, I don't really address her. I mean, we just kind of. I mean,
Do
she's
you
been-
undress? Oh, never mind.
She's been my allergy literally for probably 25 years. So
Oh, okay. She was your kid allergist as well.
yeah, high school or college. College. Let's go college.
All right. So
That's
she's
fine.
going to die soon. All right. So there's that. All right. So you would never call her like Nancy or whatever her name
Well,
is.
she's Dr. Ann.
Dr. Ann.
Sure.
Okay. My doctor, I don't call him doctor. I call him Mark.
Sure.
Hey, Mark, how you doing? Tom, how are you? And we realized that I've been seeing him for like 15 years. He's like been my practitioner, and I'm not even sure how I found him other than he was relatively close by, but we get on great. I mean, everything's pretty, he knows all my shit, and,
Literally and figuratively.
yeah. So he said to me, he goes, Tom, I never really bring this kind of stuff up, but, between this time last year, you weighed 19 pounds less. I'm like, all right, let's celebrate. He goes, yeah, do it again next year, and exams on me. I'm like, all right, we can do this. So it was very cool. But anyway, so I noticed that one of my eyes was way blurrier than the other. And I thought, all right, bad. Contacts gone bad, whatever. So I changed contacts, and that helped a little, but mostly the right eye was blurry. So I'm like, all right, I'm having a stroke, or I got the diabetes or whatever. So I go in and I see the eye doctor chick, and she goes, oh, well, first of all, you don't have to worry about anything. She said, this is all okay. And I said, why? One of my eyes is blurrier than the other. She goes, yeah, what I'm calling this is it's about time. I go, what do you mean? She goes, you have pretty strong nearsightedness. You've had glasses since you were a kid. And she said, a lot of dudes your age in this area, this is when they start.
I love when they start off with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of dudes your age.
Well, and she is also older than me, so that was fine. Or at least she looked it. It's hard living for an ophthalmologist.
Maybe she bought a liquor store.
Yeah, exactly.
Bridgeport.
This fucking job will kill you. This eye exam. Read the bottom line. Anyway.
O or C or D?
I don't know. What the fuck? Anyway, she goes, at this point, you may have noticed that some of your friends or colleagues might be getting reading glasses. And I said, yeah. She goes, this would be you might needing them, except you don't. Mm-hmm. With somebody so nearsighted as you are, what you are going to get is a bonus decade or two of not needing any glasses at some point.
Right, yeah, because you're...
The thing that makes you nearsighted is currently reversing itself.
Nice.
So she said, that one eye, she goes, it's just getting, quote, better. I said, really? She goes, yeah, I have to lower your prescription. All right. I go, all right. Losing weight, eyes getting younger. She go, oh, no. They're not getting younger. The part where in normal people, they need reading glasses, you're just getting to that point. And at some point, 70s, I don't know, you might need reading glasses. But you may enjoy a time where you don't need glasses at all. I said, I can't imagine that happening. She goes, no, that would be a miracle. But your prescription will get lower. I'm like, all right, look at this. So
See,
I told
the males in my family,
yeah,
we have all our hair.
Yeah.
We have all our eyesight.
Yep.
We all die of Alzheimer's.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I got that coming.
No, but is it every generation?
Yep.
Everyone?
Well, I can't speak for my father.
But I mean,
I
you
can
have
speak for both of my grandfathers. I
Wait.
can speak for one past that.
and they all got the dementia. They all got the
I'm pulling for those advances in medicine in the next 30 years. Is what I'm pulling for.
Really?
Stem cells.
Oh yeah.
Stem
You don't
cells.
see any. You don't see anything coming in your dad, right? I mean, you don't.
He'll ask the same question a couple of times, but he's in his early 60s.
Early 60s.
1949, so he's 65. Oh shit, my dad's 65.
Fucking hey, man.
Jesus Christ.
Nice.
I'm still 41.
Is he officially retired?
Yes.
Yes.
There's a whole, we don't want to get into it, story behind why he's officially retired, but he's officially retired.
Okay. Well, I knew that he was let go or was out of work for a bit.
Oh,
and-
no, that was years
okay,
ago, and then he
all right.
found something else,
All
and then
right,
there were
all right.
politics involved, and you know how politics get.
Can I have a little of the new beer?
Oh, yeah, and then right around the time the politics got involved, and they were all worried about him, he doesn't listen to the show, so I can talk about this. Right around
Dad's not a listener and supporter of my
the
project.
politics,
so, yeah.
and he got fired for some bullshit thing, from the place he was at, and they were all worried and blah, 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 and then, timing from manna from heaven, the letter comes, yeah, that job you got fired from 20 years ago, your pension kicks in this month.
Wee! Fucking A! Wee! Pension I didn't know about. Woo!
Pension he had no fucking clue about.
That's nice.
After he had done all the legwork and the homework, okay, honey, we're going to do this. We're going to have to do this. I'm going to have to apply for this at this. But
This is how often I can sell plasma.
But it'll work. He had already gotten to the "but it'll work" stage,
Right.
And then the pension letter shows up.
Nice.
Yes.
That is
So
cool
you wanted some more
news.
beer. This is from the brewery in Orange County, California, spelled Bruery. One of their higher price point items.
By the way, where in Orange County? Because I will be there
Placentia.
on Tuesday.
Placentia.
Placentia.
That's Mexican for the placenta.
Yes.
Really? Placentia.
If you go there,
Yeah.
This is an honest to God offer. If for some stupid ass reason they have something there called Chocolate Rain, I will blow you.
Chocolate Rain.
Chocolate Rain. I won't really blow you.
I was just thinking because at this point
I
I'm
won't really
now
blow you,
weighing
but-
I'm now weighing how much I like a blowjob versus how much I like a blowjob from Jeff.
I would certainly be willing to arrange one from your provider of choice.
Really? Well, now this is getting even better. You'd be willing to arrange one from a provider of my choice.
Chocolate Rain.
In your network. It's a PPO thing.
No, I have to. Yeah, I can't go out of network for this particular
This is
blowjob.
a
All right.
This is a 13%er. We're working our way up.
Jesus, Jeff.
This isn't even the worst I've had. 15.9, I think, is the highest I've had.
In a beer.
In a beer, yeah.
Mm.
Oh, no. The 120 minutes I brought was...
Oh yeah, that was an 18. It was 18, wasn't it?
Best guess is it was an 18. It's somewhere between 18 and 20.
Delicious.
The bottle description on this one is a smoked imperial rye porter aged in rye whiskey barrels.
Say that again.
A smoked imperial rye, as we learned earlier,
Yeah.
imperial just means it's boozier.
Boozier.
Porter aged in rye whiskey barrels. They also have a version aged in bourbon barrels, but this is not that.
Oh.
A rich porter layered with rye spiciness and earthy smoke, caramel-like flavors, roasty malt, and oaky deliciousness. Ugh. And yes, this is something I normally wouldn't buy because of the higher
I
price
want more
point.
things in my life called oaky deliciousness.
Because of the higher price point, but I took this as an excuse this evening.
There we are. This
You will notice
wow.
there is no head to this beer.
No.
That I'm shocked there is that much head.
It's like the blood of mountains.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Phone.
Somebody get the phone.
Oh my God, I can smell it from here.
Yes. While Jeff is putting that out, let's review the ways to get in touch with the Great Radio Tiki Experiment. You can get a hold of us, as always, radio@radiotiki.com. We still use the email. People, radio@radiotiki.com.
I know you don't drink. Chris,
You
but
may
just smell
also
that. Just smell
hit
that.
up our fan page on Facebook. It's the Radio Tiki Fanboy Clubhouse. Be sure to check that out. In fact, there you can find all sorts of great listeners. In fact, all the classics are there, as well
The
as
classics.
people that have been with us for the entire run.
Vintage.
Vintage
I'm
classics.
sorry, I get the fuller glass. I'm going to pull that shit.
No, it's all right. You take the fuller glass. It's okay. Here, Nostrovia.
Yeah.
Nostrovia.
Cheers.
Nostrovia.
Kampai.
Kampai. Oh wow! What does that smell?
Alcohol.
That's
No,
the barrel.
it's
You're smelling the barrel.
Yeah.
Oak. What was it? Oak barrels.
Rye
Or
barrels.
Smoky
Rye
rye.
whiskey barrels.
Smoky
Rye
rye.
whiskey barrels.
Mm.
Smells like soy sauce.
This is super sweet.
It would be, yeah.
Wow. Well, the rye.
Yeah.
Is it? Do you want a sip of this, Chris? Just a little bit on your tongue.
No, I don't. I just don't like beer.
And I like
It's like trying to give a 13-year-old man a Chevette.
contains alcohol.
Yeah, some. Anyway, radio@radiotiki.com,
Now, do you not like beer
Radio Tiki
because you
Fanboy
just had bad
Clubhouse.
beer? Just
He's
treat
never been
yourself.
a fan of beer.
Just
I've seen the after-school specials about this. I will not have any.
Robbie Benson's dad shot him. Oh, that was something different.
God.
What's wrong with you, Dad? We
Yeah,
we don't have a Twitter feed. And people keep asking about
the-
that. We have a Twitter address that we don't use,
Yeah.
but we're still sitting on, which is cool. But we don't do that. You can also get a hold of any of us on the Facebook.
The
So
head-
if you
the
find
head is gone.
Chris or Tom or Brad or Jeff,
The head lasted all of 20 seconds.
Seconds on that.
You can
you
come
find
to our
us on-
places of business.
Please don't.
Yeah.
Well, actually, you could come to my place of business
Yeah.
but you
It-
couldn't see
Jeff-
me because I don't work with
Jeff
the
pushing
public
big
anymore.
bins around. So, but yeah, that's how you get hold of the show. And listener Tom has been keeping us filled to the brim with excellent, wacky news stories. So, a little touch of the hard news squishy here this evening. Gentlemen, we'll start with this one. Chimps raid farm, stopped to have sex under cover of darkness, which sounds like any kind of evening that most of us would like to have. Blanketed by the soft
mean
darkness
would
of a... I'm sorry, Jeff willing to blow me for chocolate rain.
Arrange for your provider of choice.
And what if my provider of choice is
Jeff.
Jeffy Pooh smiley face?
I happen to know that it's not.
Jeffy Pooh smiley face.
I happen to know that it's not.
All right. Blanketed by the soft darkness of a moonless night, a large group of chimpanzees, speaking of chocolate rain, make a leisurely raid of a Ugandan farm outside Kimbale National Park in this grainy video. Despite the potentially disfiguring traps and snares used in the area, the chimps seem quite at ease in the footage, even stopping for bouts of sexual intercourse, according to the new scientist. The new scientist. Ordinarily active during the day, the nighttime raid reflects the apes' ability to adapt to human activity. They're learning from us. And what we have here is actually a video of chimps raiding a farm and fucking. Oh, God, there's audio.
There's music.
Hang on, let's turn this up. Here, come around. You guys look it up. For those of you listening, look it up.
Maybe I've already
Yeah.
watched the video.
Oh, did you?
No, I haven't, actually.
I'm liking the funky techno that we got going on here.
I'll
Is
just look for it on Pornhub.
There we go. All right. Yeah, let me dump that one. Video courtesy of the Sembatoli Chimpanzee Project. Man steals $1,200 of meat in his pants.
Meat.
Meat. Sorry. A New York supermarket employee has been accused of leaving the store with $1,200 worth of meat hidden in his pants. State police say Gregory Rodriguez of Ossining, New York, is charged with fourth-degree grand larceny. Not sure what the degrees are, but I'm guessing $1,200 gets you there. Rodriguez works at the AMP in Croton on the Hudson. Police were called Monday about the theft. Rodriguez was arrested on Tuesday.
I love that movie, Croton on the Hudson.
Robin Williams is fantastic.
Oh, he was great.
Yeah.
That last scene where that just broke my heart.
Does anybody have the means of getting Club Paradise? I really want to see that again.
Pirate Bay?
I don't know how to do any of the torrent.
It's not
stuff.
on like Netflix or anything?
I looked. It's not on the Netflix.
It's not on
not
Netflix.
Oh, I hate
Hulu.
that one. There's something. Yeah.
But I really want Netflix. As good as it is and as convenient it is, more often than not, when I think of some random shit out of the blue, it's never
It's
on.
not
It's
there.
never on anything.
Or it's available. They'll send you the DVD
In
if
fact,
you want.
just as an aside here,
Pirate Bay.
hang on a second. State Police spokesman Trooper Melissa McMorris says the theft occurred in one day.
Ooh.
Now I got to look.
Multiple
see,
trips?
Well, now I'm going to go to the actual Yahoo link and see how much meat. Yeah, that's a meat stealer. Sure. I got a second.
I was gonna
No
look
lawyer
something
was
up.
present and no plea was entered. And no listing of the meat. Come on, people. Give us a list of the fucking meats. If you're going to steal $1,200 worth of meat, give me a listing.
Loin of lion.
Exactly. I want jackalope fillets.
So that place that was, if you remember, that caused the furor during the World Cup because they were selling the lion burgers. Yeah, the place that sold them that is like 5 miles away from me.
Right.
It's down in
I've been to
Romeoville
the place.
or something.
Yeah, it's right by the Walmart actually.
And doesn't that guy raise the lions in the area? Isn't that
No.
the menagerie
Oh,
guy?
no.
I thought it was the menagerie dude. Because you got a lion menagerie guy not too far from you as well.
I'm not aware of that.
On Archer Road.
I'm not aware of that.
He's got ligers, he's got panthers, he's got lions, he's
I
got.
think I know where you're talking about actually.
Yep. It's like as you come around Archer Road and then up on a hill. Anyway, Radio Tiki News for your crotch
the
news
thing is,
source.
The thing is, you're
Yep.
enjoying that. I've had better.
It's lovely. It's really good. Well, you've got an experienced palate. I'm just a junior to your mint, so it's.
I will preface this by saying one of my wife and I's favorite activities was just getting in the car, driving somewhere. We're actually going to St. Louis next Saturday for better.
Just for beer,
Just for beer.
like you're gonna go and then
We're
come
going to
back?
stand in line for like 2 hours. No, we know some restaurants down there. We'll probably eat at one of a couple of places down
But
there.
where will you be sleeping in St. Louis?
No,
Or will you
no.
come back?
You're going to drive and not take the train?
Train won't get there on time.
Train won't get there.
Earliest train gets there is 12:30. The place opens at noon. To get what we want, we're probably going to have to be in line by 9 or 10.
Right. Oh, jeez.
I love that the two of you do that. See, this other show that I'm talking about?
Yes.
This is the kind of thing that we would be doing. And it would be nothing but an hour of that or whatever it be. So anyway, Radio Tiki News for your crotch news source. Don't buy caffeine-infused underwear. Dateline, Portland, Oregon.
Burns.
If you've purchased caffeine-infused underwear because the promise is it will make you thinner and more risque, federal regulators say you were hoodwinked.
Yeah, I don't think it works that way.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was skin transferable.
Must be taken orally.
The FTC announced Monday. I like all my underwear taken orally. Announced Monday that two companies, the Norm Thompson Outfitters of Oregon and Wacol America of New Jersey, have agreed to refund $1.5 million to consumers who purchased shapewear that supposedly can reduce cellulite and fat because it is infused with caffeine, vitamin E, and other substances.
Other substances.
So the takeaway. So what I'm taking away from this is I can expect a check in the mail.
If you've ordered weight loss underwear that was infused with jizz and caffeine.
Allegedly jizz.
That's what happened. That's what it's. That's
I like how we have to still say allegedly, you know.
that's what my underwear is infused with after I wear it.
Caffeine and jizz, that's what happens at about 12 p.m. every day. Hello.
Why does my pee smell like coffee?
I call that lunchtime. Awkward. The caffeine-infused shapewear is the latest weight loss brew concocted by marketeers, said Jessica Rich, director of FTC's Bureau of Consumer Protection and a consumer. If someone says you can lose weight by wearing the clothes they are selling, steer clear. Neither company could be reached for comment. Norm Thompson, based in Hillsboro, Oregon, sold women's bike shorts, tights, and leggings made of a fabric called Litesse for $49 to $79, according to FTC's complaint. The company claimed a woman could take 2 inches off the hips and 1 inch off those thighs, ladies, in less than a month without any effort besides wearing the clothing. Tom of North Cal hit us with a winner on that one. That is a story and a half, people. Caffeine and jizz. Now, of course, we've added the jizz because that's what Radio Tiki does. So, Radio Tiki with added jizz.
With added jizz, yes.
There was something here about Paul Revere and the Raiders. The guy Paul Revere died. Sadly, Paul Revere and the Raiders of the 1960s rock band died on October 4th. Known as the madman of rock and roll with a very flamboyant outfits and slapstick humor. Here's a story from the Boston Herald. A lot of people were talking about this in Chicago. Was there a Chicago connection? Because there was a lot of people talking about Paul Revere. So, but this is the Boston Herald. Yeah, Paul Revere, the Raiders' lead singer and organist. Lead organist.
Yeah. That's what you'll be getting when you buy that beer for Jeff.
I'll be getting the lead organist.
Oh, well.
And then I really will have caffeine and jizz in my underwear.
No.
Caffeine and jizz. See, it sounds like one of those podcasts. Mm-hmm. Yeah, caffeine and jizz with comedians.
They get in their car and they just pull behind the White Hand Pantry and park.
Oh no! Oh, stop!
So I've been doing a lot of running, and
jogging running, running.
Yeah. So, but that's
what's it like?
I've been eating a lot of kale and spinach.
All right, wait. I want to hear about the running thing, and then we got to talk about kale. Wait,
okay.
Go ahead. Tell me about your jogging.
But
when I say what's going on, you drop a bomb like you're doing running now. Yeah. We're going to talk about running in the first hour. God damn it! That's all right. Tell me about your running.
What? But you see things now because I run at night.
Yeah.
After work and stuff like that, and you just run. Why is this car parked in this empty parking lot with the dome light on? And
is it a forest preserve? Are you in?
No, this is just like down Algonquin or something like that, right?
Oh,
and is what?
Dude, that could, you know what? That could be as innocent as me getting the vodka out of my glove box. Okay, that's all that is. It's just a guy dropping off his kids at school and saying finally he can get the vodka out of his glove box.
What school is open at 9:00 at night?
You know what? Lots of them.
I'm pretty sure one time I saw somebody shooting up in a parking lot somewhere. So
where do you live? You shooting up?
Yeah.
Are you running in the city or are you running out here?
No, rolling.
All right. You're doing a great lot for the Rolling Meadows Tourism Board.
Yeah.
Run around here, see people shoot up. Shooting up in Rolling Meadows.
But anyway, how do we get on that subject?
You running around in parking lots. But you run. How far are you running? You got like miles under you? How many miles in a day?
Like 3.5.
Oh, dude.
Not in a row.
Over the last few months.
You run 5 minutes and you walk for 1. You run 5 minutes and you walk for 1.
Oh, that's cool. Hey, that's where it starts, man.
But got to fight against the entropy.
You got to stop entropy. That's our whole deal.
And I'm trying to outlive my enemies.
Oh, wait, we got listener mail from Brian down in Alabama. Remember Brian?
Sure.
Say, hola, amigos. I'm glad to hear you guys are back on a little semi-regular basis. I did have the death, but we were trying to actually get a couple of times this late summer. But first, Brad and Jeff, I can totally relate to the back issues. I have fought them since wrestling. Oh, back problems. Wrestling in junior high. Actual wrestling, not after school with some dude down the street. Okay.
Well.
When the back is out, it is out for a while and takes longer to heal as I get older. The 40s hurt. Well, it's like he's been listening to the show tonight. What the hell is up with Maurice? We need some updates on his underground Canadian mafia dealings. Robot Brad is missed very much. He'd miss it very much. Is it just me, or has Tom's traveling with his multinational Dutch conglomerate increased in frequency since returning from the UK? It is not just you. It has increased since I come back from the UK. Crispy is still good old chill Crispy. Good old chill Crispy, which was your wrestling name, strangely enough. As far as how the listeners are listening, I listen at 1 times speed, usually 2 to 3 times, since the shows are infrequent now. Anywho, it is nice to hear you guys back, and I'm glad to hear that you guys are relatively happy and doing well. Until next time, take care, listener Snappy. So
Relatively.
Thank you, listener Snappy. We're doing all right. Everything's groovy. Let's see. I think we got oh man, I got a shit ton of LinkedIn crap I got to deal with. Wow. Yeah, I should really fix that. All right.
People interested in your? Are you looking for new opportunities?
No, I have. I do some. I shouldn't really talk about this on the show, but fuck it. No. I am a consultant as well, in addition to being employed, and my consulting stuff all goes through my LinkedIn page. So,
sure.
If any of the Radio Tiki listeners out there are interested in my services, that's fine. I'm happy to provide them to you. I'm not cheap, but I am worth it.
Is there a Radio Tiki discount?
You know what? There will be. If anybody wants to use my services for what I do, if you are somebody that's in need of fixing how people communicate at your work, either with customers or internally, then I'm your guy.
If you want to way overpay for someone to run your mailroom, I'm your guy.
Way overpay.
Yes. Use the code radio.
Yeah, use the code radio.
I'm speaking to you, Tom.
Dude.
For when you set up your... How much would you pay the guy? I'm just curious. How much would you pay the guy that runs your mailroom?
Well, the thing is,
yearly?
You wouldn't be running the mailroom. You would be my facilities manager.
Meaning, what else would I be doing?
You'd have to run the reception desk. Like, you'd be in charge of the chicks at reception.
Uh-huh.
You'd be in charge of the...
I have management experience.
Right. The building itself, the space itself. So,
You're not cleaning toilets. You're hiring the guy who cleans the toilets.
You're not doing that.
Right. Still,
the program involving cleaning the toilets and making sure we have heat.
Yeah. How much would you pay that guy?
Well, if it's a company of, let's say, 100 people,
yeah,
and we have a facility,
yeah,
then that guy would need $75,000 because you'd be in charge of all of it.
We'd have to talk benefits, but I might be able to do that.
All right, there you go. That's fine.
Now,
well, that's it. I'm considering the benefits have to be part of it. Plus, you'd be an early adopter.
75 plus bennies?
Plus bennies, yeah.
That's how it works in the private sector.
That's how it works in the real
75
world.
including bennies or 75 plus bennies?
Plus bennies.
Oh, okay.
Now, we take money out of your paycheck every month to pay for the benefits.
Certainly for the health insurance, that'd be money coming out. But
thanks,
the
Obama.
401k, I would certainly be contributing to, and all the other things like the family gym membership and the smart car with my name on the side that I'd have to make you drive.
What?
I'd do that.
Yeah.
But if Bruce Rauner was governor, $9.95.
That's right, $9.95. Wow, we got some really good listener mail this go around. That's nice. Hang on a second. There's, I think there was a couple other from Tom. Although I might have moved them into the. I moved them into the show folder. Let me just go show stuff. I have kept every listener mail.
Just for the record.
For forever.
Just for the record.
Yeah.
Not for me, but for some people I
I
work
have
with.
20,000 pieces of mail from listeners.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not for me, but for some people I work with, that would be a pay cut.
What? Oh, I know. Yeah.
Because I ain't that crazy.
I ain't crazy.
There are crazy people. I work with crazy people. Does that come as a surprise to you?
No.
Okay.
Like DSM-4 clinically.
I'm gonna leave.
Diagnosed.
I'm gonna leave that
I'm not gonna go digging for more listener mail at this point.
Or just wacky, eccentric types.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go digging for more listener mail. All right. So wait, Chris was running, and what did you say that we said we had to talk about after?
I've been eating kale and spinach.
Oh yeah.
On purpose?
Yeah.
Yeah. Me too. Actually, I can't deal with normal iceberg lettuce anymore. It's like eating paper. Like I don't dig.
Mine wasn't a dealie with lettuce. No.
Oh no, mine is a dealie with lettuce. The fact that spinach and kale actually has some oomph.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's got a smell. It's got a lovely bouquet.
Yeah.
It's got a flavor.
How do you eat yours?
Well, that's what I want to talk to you about. Have you tried making kale chips?
No.
All right.
I'm all about half-ass. Get it ready for me in a minute and a half.
Yes.
All right.
What
well,
I do
if
is
you just want to have kale, then I recommend smoothies.
See, that's actually too much work for me. And
Is
really,
it?
Requires an
I
appliance.
throw it in a pan, little olive oil, saute it up.
That's fine.
Okay, that's what I do.
All
That's
right. Imagine doing what you would do
every
to saute
day.
kale.
Yeah.
All right. But don't do the sauteing.
Okay.
Put it on a cookie sheet.
Okay.
And then, but you put
no,
ass load of it.
I've gone to the fine dining establishments that have the kale chips and the saute. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, my recipe is you take a bag of kale. So, you get a mound of it.
Yeah.
Sprinkle a little salt, a little olive oil, and maybe some garlic, some minced garlic. Just put it in it and toss it. Okay, just toss it.
Okay.
And then put it in the oven. Okay, put it in the oven on 450. Okay, it dehydrates, and then crisps very quickly.
I might try that.
And it's good. Now, if you want actual, that's, it gets limp, but you get a crispy limp. If you want chips, do that same thing, but put it in. Now this takes a while. You put it in at 200 degrees for an hour, and they flatten, and then the whole thing crisps. You break it off, and you got kale chips.
Mine is
So
more health
good.
related. So,
well, I'm not talking about an ass load of olive oil. I'm talking about just enough to moisten it up.
Yeah.
Don't self defeat the kale by soaking it in olive oil. But yeah, and spinach, sauteed spinach is my bitch. I have sauteed spinach with if I have meat, we have sauteed spinach. Because you can have a whole bag with just, you cut up half of an onion, nothing else, no oil, no salt, no nothing.
Right.
A spoonful of oil to get the bottom of the pan hot. Other than that, you jam a whole bag of lettuce in a pan, and it cooks down into loveliness.
yes.
I have to have sauteed spinach with all my meat.
Turns out, cholesterol issues, age issue. I have cholesterol issues now. So
Congratulations!
Yeah.
Woo!
Hooray.
We're all old. Yeah. See?
See, when I went to work at 3 a.m.,
Yeah.
breakfast was a couple of donuts at the gas station.
Johnny Bag of Donuts.
And then, the wife and I worked different schedules, so at least 8 meals a week were McDonald's.
Dude, that will kill you.
So I cut all that out after the bad cholesterol thing last year, and then they tested me a few months later after I cut that out, and it went down. It was great.
Very good.
And then I went back to the doctor this year, and after cutting all that out, I've been to McDonald's 5 times in an emergency in the last year.
Do you find that it tastes like crap now?
No, and the cholesterol was right back up.
You're
And I'm
kidding.
like, no, I'm not kidding.
Instantly it went back up.
This is over 9 months.
Well, but you were only going once in a while.
Yeah. But I mean, just what I was doing wasn't enough. So now I'm actually doing that thing that nobody ever does, and I'm actually listening to the doctor when he says, hey, why don't you have some more kale and spinach? And, I'm actually giving that a shot.
He's not
the
making
thing that nobody does.
He's not
Trying
making
what the
this-
doctor says? That's
Yeah.
crazy.
He's not making the stroking motion in his head. Okay, whatever, doctor.
Speaking of it,
Doctor so-and-so.
I'm down 8 pounds over the last month myself.
Isn't that nice?
So
That's good.
I could see a difference or anything. I really can't. I'd be down more if it weren't for the drinky.
Well, again, here's the other thing. I've become addicted to this little bitch right here.
What's that little bitch?
This is my Fitbit.
Yeah.
All right, now it's Radio Tiki Old Man Talk tonight. This
Yay.
thing,
like the last 7 shows.
yeah, this thing keeps track of all my steps. It keeps track of how much I sleep at night. It keeps track of how many calories I burn. It keeps track of how often my heart rate was above normal
Sure.
during the day. And I set goals on the website, and then it tells me and it reminds me throughout the day. So getting my 20,000 steps in a day, and 20,000 steps equals 5 miles, there or thereabouts. It becomes a little bit of an addictive bullshit game. Like the other night, Victoria at 11:15 p.m. The house is shaking. She's like, "What the hell's going on?" I'm marching in place in front of the television
That was going.
with my headphones on. And she's like, what the hell are you doing? I go, I only needed like 1,000 more steps today, so I got to like march in place to get my steps. And sure enough, marching in place, I got the same elevated heart rate as if I had gone on the treadmill. All right. The only thing different was I wasn't outside. So like I'm set for winter. I know what I'm going to do. It will take me an hour. It takes me an hour of marching in place to get 10,000 steps, and I want to get 20,000 in a day. I get the other 10,000 just by walking around at work and going up and down stairs, doing that stuff.
See,
I can knock out 20,000 a day easy with this now.
I'm lucky in that regard. My job is to walk
All
back and forth
walking.
and back and forth
Yeah.
and back and forth, back and forth. I get easy 5 miles a day, like 20 feet at a time.
Just for
Easy.
grins, drop
Easy.
drop the $75 on this, just for fun.
Just for fun. Okay.
Because the website.
Ask Santa for it.
I don't ask for Christmas presents. I don't buy Christmas presents.
That's right.
We've
Jeff
covered
is-
this
yeah,
before.
Jeff
Oh.
has that weird.
Here's an arrangement.
Let me go to
It's not weird. How is it weird?
No, I wish I had that going on.
Yeah, Chris has got nieces and nephews, and
Let's put it this way. All you
Jeff
got to
does
do.
have to buy for the wife. Don't you have to buy for the wife?
Absolutely not.
Oh.
Let's just put it this way. Just put it out there once. I'm not buying you any Christmas presents, and in return, I'm not asking for anything. If you don't buy me anything, it'll be completely fine.
Well, I mean that
It's.
I'm talking about before.
like a lot of things in life. It's just doing it that first time.
Yeah, sure.
Just do it that first time. I'm not buying you anything. And I'm putting that out there now in the beginning of November. And in return, I fully expect you not to buy me anything. You know that $50 you would spend on me or whatever it was you would spend on me?
Yeah.
You know, pay your electric bill with
Unplug
it.
that. All right, so here's my Fitbit page, right? And for those of you Radio Tiki out there, it's Tiki
11 miles on Sunday. Where the fuck
Tiki.
did you go?
I know. How about it? Tiki TOMB. So if you're looking for a Fitbit buddy, I am Tiki TOMB. Tiki Toom.
I'm sharing my screen. Can everybody see my screen?
No, exactly. So my goal, my walking goal. I had Sunday set for 10,000 steps, and I got 246% of 10,000
That would be
steps.
24,600.
That's
wouldn't it?
right. Burned almost 5,000,
I can
4,500
still do
calories.
math, even this far out
4,500
of
calories.
college.
10.81 miles distance, and 103 very active minutes. Very active means
Masturbation.
20% above normal heart rate for at least a minute, at least 5 minutes.
Yeah, I'd have about
So-
103 active minutes every day I work. Yeah.
So there you go. See, and then it also, I didn't log my sleep that night, but it also, there's a sleep setting. So like when I go to bed, all I do is I hit this, boom, boom, and then the lights will change and tell me that I'm in sleep mode, and it will tell me how long I sleep versus how long I'm restless. And if you got the apnea, if you got sleep apnea or something, it'll show up on here. And I was able to show my wife, hey, look, I don't got the sleep apnea. It turns out I just snore. So fuck you.
Because if you ever want to have a good night, go in for the sleep study because
Yeah.
that's the most expensive hotel room ever.
Yeah. And then you're never, ever happy with the result. So I've been avoiding the sleep study because I don't think I got the apnea.
No.
And I showed Vic, I go, look, I logged my sleep for 4 nights straight. And it showed that when I slept, I would sleep at least 6 hours, and I was restless twice in the night. It's not every 3 minutes or every 2 hours or something. I slept through the night.
No,
So-
I did that one. I did the sleep study. It's just I have low sleep efficiency.
What is that? What do you have
I
to
don't-
study?
I don't get.
You have to go and take extracurricular. You got to get some
No,
training.
I just don't
on
get that much
sleep.
REM sleep.
Really? Dude, we all saw the Star Trek episode.
Yeah.
You know what happens when you don't get the REM sleep?
Yeah.
You go insane. Beverly Crusher told it. Did you learn nothing from Dr. Beverly Crusher?
I don't remember that episode.
Oh my God! It's one of the most haunting Next Generation episodes.
Oh,
They all couldn't get their REM sleep, and they went insane.
Okay.
You don't remember that one?
Oh yeah, I think it sounds familiar.
No.
It could explain a few things about me though.
Do you remember the episode of MASH where they all were having bad dreams? Remember?
Yes.
That I don't remember.
Where
I should-
Charles Emerson Winchester III was trying to be the best surgeon in the world, and his patients just kept taking off their limbs, and Hawkeye couldn't cure everybody because they kept floating away down the river.
that was on after my bedtime, so I don't know.
MASH?
Well, that was when I lived East Coast. So
It was at 8 p.m. Monday night.
Yeah, but it would have been 9 o'clock. And
It's your fault for living East Coast.
Yeah.
So
fine, what are you going to do?
all right. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to end the show because we have hit our show mark. We're all set on Radio Tiki-ness.
Yeah.
So hey,
Hey, we'd like to thank you. I was going to read them. Tom wanted me to read them, but
Yep.
we would like to thank everybody
we didn't do the reviews. Let's
for
do
the
that.
14 5-star reviews that we just discovered that we have on iTunes that stretch back over the last 8 years.
Thank you. Read some of those, Jeff. I got to get us set up for the close of the show.
Oh.
Anyway.
A++ would listen to
Christ's
again.
sake, I gotta
Give me a couple
find
of
them
those.
again.
Well, we plan to do stuff, then we end up going down a rabbit hole. That's what happens on Radio Tiki. That's why people love us. But unfortunately, we miss some stuff that we actually want to do, like that.
Want to search for Radio Tiki.
You really should be searching faster. I thought you had it all ready.
I did, but then I started looking at other things.
Beer related.
Porn.
No.
Beer porn. Ooh, I wonder what comes up if I search for beer porn.
Turn on image search
No, I don't want to do that.
I
That'll
can give
be-
you some probably
because that's the work laptop.
types of beers that will come up. You'll come up with some Dark Lord. You'll come up with probably some Chocolate Rain. You'll come up with,
And these
I
are
don't
all
want
these are
beer
all
porn.
euphemisms for
Yeah.
things, right?
No, these are actual beers.
Oh,
Probably come up with the beer I'm going down to St. Louis for next Saturday.
is it so? Is there such a thing as beer tourism?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Like you'd go to, if you went to Michigan, you could go to Michigan and do like Michigan breweries.
But
You
are
go to
there? But are
Founders.
like groups of people who get together to do beer tourism? They get on the bus, go to Michigan.
This place, Solemn Oath, that I was at,
Mhm.
I was there one night when a bus showed up unannounced.
Okay,
They just show up.
sure.
Yeah.
They must hate that.
Yeah, they hate selling things to people who want to.
No, but
there
having
to
a whole
buy
busload
things.
of people show up unannounced because you could be more ready for it. You could, have tastings set up.
No.
As a businessman, I would say that I would hate that. I'd like to be able to serve my customer better. Although people loving me
you
that
go to
much
most
that they
places,
just
you
show
can,
up.
You
That's
can
nice.
get a flight, which would be your tasting.
Yeah.
But you get to choose what you want.
By the way, the flight available at Wildfire of the different beers, I didn't expect to be very good. That was really nice. I can't even remember anything I had. I was at Wildfire a couple weeks ago for work, and I ordered the flight, and I had several lovely, lovely local beers.
I mean, what do you want to do with these reviews? We have 14 5-star
Well,
reviews.
Give us a couple of them. Give us the ones that
Thank you, Bobo Chimpy Pie, for reviewing us on March 2nd, 2006. You want me to read it?
No, give us the most recent one. What's the most recent review? Let's do that one.
Thank you for Chuck
2009.
Paint in February of 2006. Bondo in March of 2006.
What the hell were we doing? That's before I went to England.
Yeah.
That was
Avalon in September of 2006.
That was before our money caught on fire.
Yeah.
Hey, I hear they're gonna taper off quantitative easing. Do you know why?
Why?
So the discount window doesn't slam shut. I don't never. So.
This is like that Steve Martin joke for plumbers.
Snappy and Shawnable and Jess Caps and all Ichthion. Thank you.
All the classics. All the classics.
The most recent one appears to be Nat X. GNATX, July 17th, 2013. Holy cow! Wait, it says 14 reviews, but there's only 13 here! That's
I
so
hate that.
weird.
I hate that.
by
Long
one.
before the word podcast existed, these dudes were making me laugh my bum off at work back in the early aughts. This show is like sitting back and listening in on your funniest friends. Imagine my surprise when I discovered new shows after all these years. Yeah, like
Nice. See?
the guys have gone through changes, of course. Geez, since I first discovered Radio Tiki, I've changed careers, gone through grad school, gotten married, had a kid, etc. But they're still
So
awesome.
have we.
Yeah, it's nice.
Well,
we
that's a
just
good one.
happened to stumble upon the fact that there were reviews of us.
I know that, and that was lovely. I hope that we find more lovely reviews.
Oh,
out there.
topical one from Avalon from 2006. Fresh Juicy Pie is the title of the review. Harvested daily.
What are those guys doing?
What was it?
Like on Pictus.
This podcast is so good that I regularly stay up until 3 a.m. just to listen to the live recording. It is the single best podcast I've ever come across.
Wow, thank you very much. Those are lovely.
God 2600 would give us 10 stars if possible.
Holy cow.
Bondo says, with podcasting being the new trend, Radio Tiki's 6 years of experience shows they're consistently funny, eclectic shows.
Here, here.
Yeah, okay.
Wow. Oh, by the way, speaking of long-time listeners, listener B. Horn just got married last week, I think. So, listener Brandon B. Horn. He's always went by B. Horn. He's a Chicago guy, and from all the pics that I saw, married a lovely, lovely, lovely lady. So, congratulations there. And anybody else getting married out there in Radio Tiki Land, please let us know. And we will also congratulate you and tell you that your wife or girlfriend, is lovely. Jeff's made me all hiccupy now. You've enjoyed the Great Radio Tiki Experiment. This has been we didn't talk about Halloween at all because it makes us uncomfortable. But this was our Halloween show. And Brad couldn't be with us tonight and has demanded that we do a show in early November, which we will do because I actually have the time to do it. Hey, what happened there?
Hiccup.
Yeah, really.
Your laptop.
No. That wasn't doing it, though. Anyway, so be sure to contact us at radiotiki.com. Check out our Facebook page at the Radio Tiki Fanboy Clubhouse. My mom is still a member in that page because we left my mom as her Facebook page intact because people still use it for stuff. So if you see Faye Barkoviak on there, that lovely little lady just she's beyond the veil and enjoying Radio Tiki beyond the veil. But my mom was a pretty cool lady, and she's part of what made me who I am today. So quite a few of you out there were offering me condolences and all that, and I appreciate it. And these things they happen. And it's one of the journeys that we go through in life. So and now we know that, speaking of journeys, Chris is running all the time. Who knew? I ride a bike. I'm getting my 10,000 steps, but I ain't running this shit. I don't run for any man. So we'll be back in November. Talk to you soon. Radio Tiki.